Okay, so I had to reset. This is the second day in a row I had to do this. I had to reset all my DNS settings and then reboot my machine. But now I seem to be connected. So now we're going to have a 3-hour prep session instead of a 4-hour prep session because I had to do IT work and I don't like doing that. Anyways, we got a lot of work to cover. We got a lot of prep to do. So let's get to it. Let's see what we got. We're booted up into Foundry. Got our game going right here. We got our to-do list. We got a new playlist. It's all music from Bastion, which was a video game by the same company that made Hades. It's got great music. And it's very like steampunk cowboy. That's sort of the theme of the game. So could be a good source of music and inspiration, as it were. What I was trying to work on when I kept getting kicked for no connection, excuse me, was scheduling. So I'm going to continue working on scheduling before I go any further. Alright, so here we go. We left off, let's see, today is happening right now. That's cool. And we're going to go ahead and set up our prep here. Okay. So, August 12th is my last day that I could decide to do something besides playing D&D. I have, you know, the morning at least is open. But maybe not, because I think my kid's away for the weekend. So, I don't know. We're going to put tentative prep, so maybe more prep on that day. Then we're going to go to the next week, and that's when this shit really gets started. So, the first game is going to be Monday, August 14th. And we will have 1 hour of prep. And then we have the game. So, this would be sunset first session. Yikes. Okay, so that Saturday, the 19th, is going to be 1 hour of prep. And then it's going to be high noon first session. And from that point on, everything is going to be moving forward. So when you look at the schedule here, we pretty much have tonight, we have next Monday, and then maybe next Saturday. And then I have to clone the worlds at some point, right? Because my players need some time to get in there and import their characters, build their characters out. I need to get in there and fine-tune stuff for them. So, I would say the deadline for cloning servers is going to be August 12th. So we'll put deadline to clone servers. So that's pretty important. There we go. And then we got our first session, we got our second session. So everything that I do tonight and then next Monday, that's pretty much it. Like, I could, you know, hunt and peck and work on a couple of small things in between the 7th and the 12th, but ideally, clone servers tomorrow. So that would be Tuesday, August 8th. We want to clone servers if possible. Yikes. Okay, So that means there's a lot that we need to get done tonight. We've got to really grind through the remaining prep. That means that we might have to take less pit stops and diversions for lore and the study of lore and all of that, and focus squarely on the box, right? What's in the box. So we're going to do only book stuff until we are done with book stuff. We will add things to our bonus prep list. We will add things to the map list. But ideally, we need to have the core of it done. After we have stuff set aside to bonus prep, lore research, art assets, and additional maps, we then have to prioritize it even more. So if we had those other categories, what would they be? All right, so I know it sounds like we're doing a lot of talking instead of prepping, but if you, what is it, in like carpentry, right? You measure twice, you cut once. If we have a plan moving forward, that's going to make things a little bit easier. So, focused prep is going to be focus only on books 2 and 3 materials. And then, as we find things, we're going to put them into art needs, map needs, lore needs, bonus prep, and I think there was one more thing that I said. Art needs, map needs, lore needs, bonus prep. There's definitely a rules needs. Maybe a mods needs. So as these things show up, but the number one priority is going to be the maps. Why? Because we want to get those built onto the server before we clone it. Need these before cloning. Alright. Oh, I know another thing that we would need. Actor updates. So, actor updates would probably also fall under art needs. So I'll put those in the same category. And then, prioritize after maps. Everything else, the lore, the bonus prep for sure, the rules, and the mods, that would be great if we could have that, but with, what, 7 hours of prep left for the whole campaign, do we really want to risk that? Now, obviously, if I got 7 hours left, I will probably do some prep off stream. So some of the prep that I will do off stream would likely be map needs and actor updates. So I'm going to put could be done off stream. And also here. Okay. Alright, so with that plan sort of laid out, with us understanding the schedule a bit more of what we have leading up to the game, let's jump into this. Let's do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and open up Book 2, and we'll get started on that. There we go. And we were already started on this, as it were, but let's keep going. Now I'm going to change up the music. This is pretty good, but I don't think I could listen to this while I was like trying to read a book. So let's see what else we got. Let's see. Bastion, a proper story extended. Let's see what this sounds like. Are there words? No, there's not. I feel like this could probably be good for the intro music. Maybe. We'll listen to it. It's not particularly extended. It's only 6 minutes long. I'm kind of into it though, because we shouldn't take more than 6 minutes to get started. So possible intro music. Let's see. What else we got? The full Bastion soundtrack. Bastion, build that wall. Zaya's theme. Oh no, there's singing in it. Oh, I can't have that. Hold on. Yeah, some of these songs are pretty short. I thought I had found like a nice extended. Ooh, this is pretty good. This feels like combat music that's not like that's like tactical, but not like super stressful. It's pretty good. All right, we'll go ahead and add that. Good average combat music. All right, but we're not supposed to be gathering music right now. Jesus. All right, let me just find something to listen to while I prep them. Let's see. The Wizard's Library. What's that sound like? All right, we'll give this a chance in the background. Okay. So, let's see what we got. Book 2. We left off at... Did we make it all the way through Book 2? I don't think so. Book 2. Oh no, this is too Harry Potter. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll find some music to listen to. Just give me a second. Alright. Alright, Red Dead Redemption 2. Western beats to study to. Alright, let's see. Don't do me wrong here, YouTube. Come on. Alright. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Searching the Spell Scar, Chapter 3, Creative Quartz, Chapter 4, Steam King. So I guess we stopped at Chapter 2. Okay, so let's go in here. And Spellscar Desert, here we go. Alright, Spellscar Desert. Although its rocky bluffs, dry winds, and stunted vegetation make the area more than daunting, the Spellscar Desert harbors far more danger than the desert's mundane hazards. Bedrock beneath the sands is racked with raw, wild, unpredictable magic that will still leaks into Galarian through the tears in reality inflicted by the Archmages Nex and Geb. The furious battle that fought 4,000 years ago turned the region into an inhospitable wasteland. You can learn more about it by buying our 364-page book, Pathfinder: Lost Omens, Impossible Lands. We could do that. Adventuring in the Spellscar Desert. Band of hardy travelers might brave the Spellscar Desert for any number of reasons. The people who inhabit the desert sometimes harbor secrets of interest to the wider world. What do you need to survive the desert? Alright, let's go for it. Survive the desert. Okay. Guess we're going to just move this over a bit. And we gotta prepare for bad weather. Check. And then you've got to stay hidden and move quickly. Alright, seems legit. And then we got looks can be deceiving. Oh wow, 4-armed gnolls. That's pretty rad. Looks can deceive. For a place of openly brutal terrain, the Spellscar Desert abides with hidden perils. Rains of squealing leeches. Oh my god. Is that really a result on the table? It says Mana Storms, page 70. Let's see. Mana Storms, page 70. Alright. Avoid abandoned technology. Okay. What if they don't, though? Just saying. So did we make it to the Spellscar Desert yet? I think we have to, like, find a way out, right? Factions and NPCs. Alright. Let's see, the Bone Seekers. The Bone Seekers live in dinosaur uplands, which is a fantastic place. And that's where dinosaurs live. Holy shit. Let's see. Recent discovery of strange fossilized bones in the area has sparked interest from the universities and academies. Each group of these so-called bone seekers has staked out claims where they diligently work to excavate the fossils and their secrets from the ground. The most scrupulous of these scholars is Magambia. The most scrupulous of these scholars, such as those from Magambia, led by Alopunu Salsket, female human paleontologist 8. 8th level paleontologist, that's not a fucking joke. I wonder what level Dr. Grant was from Jurassic Park. We'll put need art, question mark. Let's see, must defend themselves against sabotage and theft by unprincipled bone seekers. Oh no, it's like some Indiana Jones if they were after dinosaurs. Chief among these is Alistair Harbrum, a scholar from Ustalav, whose claim has proven nearly devoid of interesting finds, but wants to jump their claim. Oh no. How is this relevant to the adventure? I guess we'll find out. Alright. Children of the Fireball. Okay, that sounds dope. Alright, let's see. These are Bone Seekers. So they would actually go in here. This would go here. Bone Seekers. Children of the Fireball. They are arsonists. Okay. The most desperate and violent of the Spellscar gangs. So-called Children of Fireball live in caves and huts in the shelter of Fireball Mesa. Another great name. The Coruscate atop the rocky bedland below. Wait. Where they purport to worship the erratic fiery displays that coruscate atop the rocky tableland. They tend to raid other wasteland dwellers and assault desert travelers using alchemist fire and other incendiary devices. Okay. Only the group's leader, Fathlin, born from fire, who is a flesh warp. Alright. Let's see if we end up needing art for him. Flesh warp. Need art? Question mark. Kagati's clan. Most followers of the mutated... Here, I'll zoom in. There we go. Kagati's clan. Most followers of the mutated null warlord Kagati Wizard Eater. That's a good name. Alright, let's see. Oops. Shitballs. I think I went back to the beginning. Sad. Okay. Alright, let's just go back down, I guess. Ugh. Where the fuck is it? So, searching the Spellscar. This is where we're at. Okay. Well, if we're searching the Spellscar, how did I end up reading about the fucking desert? Am I like too far ahead? Did I jump ahead or something? Maybe. Okay. So I was in the wrong section. Everything cool. All right. Here we go. Go ahead and format this real quick. Let's see. Alright, so in this heavily scripted linear chapter, the party heads to Pilot Square to hire an airship captain to fly them to the heart of the Spellscar Desert. The player characters need to reach the Cradle of Quartz, a remote Briite shrine where Olomen Kosowana is lying low. Once they find their pilot, a has-been navigator named Farah Winslow, the characters must defend the airship from mana waste marauders and misfits. A freak mana storm, wink, brings their journey to a crashing halt, and they trek the remaining distance to the cradle, of course, on foot. In the process, they encounter some of the wild and weird denizens of the spell Scar. Great. Alright, so flight plan, that's actually where we start. Alright. This chapter begins soon after the players discover that Alaman Kosawana fled to the Cradle of Quartz. If the characters report they're finding a Dunsmith, she suggests they head to Pilot Square to find a pilot willing to transport them into the heart of the Spellscar. Tertiary Cog Mintakis can also make the suggestion, noting the Cradle of Quartz is a long way away. It'd be even better to have someone the party knows owes them an airship favor. And that person is the person that they're going to find, who is Farrah Winslow. Alright. She is a female dwarf tiefling ship captain. Oh, she's a dwarf tiefling. Okay. I don't know if we're going to have art for that or not. Let's see. Blimps, balloons, and dirigibles. In Alkenstar, the term airship refers to a number of various kinds of flying machines. The simplest is a balloon. A dirigible is any lighter-than-air vehicle that's both powered and steerable. A blimp is a type of dirigible that's powered by steerable balloon. A single bag of lighter-than-air gas with a gondola below. Aw, thanks for explaining that to me. A rigid airship is a dirigible that has a light framework to maintain the shape of the envelope, filled with several cells of lighter-than-air gas. This is the type of flying machine most commonly operated in Alkenstar, and what most people mean when they use the term airship. Most Alkenstar airships fill their envelopes with fluorine, a naturally occurring lighter-than-air gas harvested from a series of geyser-like vents north of the city. Fluorine is non-toxic and non-flammable, that's good to know, and remains gaseous at a wide range of temperatures, making it perfect for airships. Alright. Traveling to the Cradle of Quartz by land is a quick way to meet a grisly end. Calamitous mana storms, mutants, monsters. Also, a land journey could take 3 weeks at minimum. 3 fucking weeks. Okay, that's good. Why fly? There we go. Also, airships are rad. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Finding an airship to hire isn't that difficult. Balloons, dirigibles, and other vessels dot Pilot Square by the dozen, moored in mid-air above the ramshackle conglomeration of seedy taverns, pilot clubs, blah, blah, blah. The true difficulty, as the party discovers, is finding a pilot willing to travel to the depths of the notorious Spellscar Desert. No pilot in Alkenstar with a lick of sense would fly into the Spellscar for any price. Alright, that's good to know. So, alright, why this bitch? And the answer is, no pilot is willing to fly in for any price. It's not linear. They could still steal an airship, I guess, if they wanted to. They could still force somebody at gunpoint to take them. But it's pretty linear because this is the only person that will do it. In her prime, Winslow was one of the best airship pilots. Handsome, daring, and charismatic, she commanded top dollar for her fast runs to Cloud River Keep or the Gunswork, and she even took a few monster hunting charters to Spellscar Desert. Characters who succeeded a DC-19 diplomacy check to gather information learn her last trip into the Spellscar was disastrous, with several passengers and crew lost in a strange accident Winslow refuses to discuss. Winslow was a changed woman upon her return, and now she's an alcoholic. Alright. She's initially resistant to taking the players, but we're going to say that she's not because she owes the characters a favor. And I'll just have the players tell me why she owes them a favor. Storytelling opportunity. Tell me about your character. If the characters can improve her attitude, they don't need to. I want them to get on this fucking airship. There's no chance of failure. She says she won't fly without a full ship. Oh. Okay. Alright. So, they must recruit passengers. That seems really weird, but let's see what they plan to do with this. To convince them to transport them across the Spellscar, the players must gather at least 4 other paying customers to join them for at least part of the trip. At 50 gold a seat, doing so is no small task. Doesn't want the money, she also wants to relive the experience of being an in-demand pilot. So the seats must be filled by actual people. Good to know. It's going to put cardboard cutouts. Following are descriptions of potential passengers around Pilot Square, whom the party might enlist. Oh, she looks dope! Oh my god. Farrah Winslow. She's fucking awesome. Wow. Okay. Does she have a mini already? Let's see. She's got to have a mini already. Farrah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so we don't need art for Farrah Winslow. Boop. Okay. Got distracted, but that's really cool. I love how anybody could be a tiefling in this setting. Okay. Following the description of the potential passengers that they might enlist, second kiss, along with the location of a suitable stat block for each, is required. In general, a passenger can be convinced to board if they get a diplomacy or deception DC 20 and offers to pay their fare. On a critical success, a passenger is so persuaded that they pay their own fare. Of course, modify this list however you'd like. Your players to invite passengers not accounted for in this text. Alright, so bonus prep. Add lots of meme and crossover NPCs as potential passengers. Bring back NPCs from Book 1 as potential passengers. Add characters from backstories to list. Alright, cool. Alright. Mr. Fly is a Migo disguised as a human merchant. I have to know. Damn it! Pathfinder, 2E, Migo. Tell me what the fuck a Migo is. Alright. Migo are both scientists and colonists, yet their extraterrestrial nature and malevolent motives color their investigations with cruelty. While their shape resembles that of an arthropod, Migos are in fact highly evolved and intelligent fungus. What? This game is so weird. I don't even know what I'm looking at. They're just trying to find someone to ride on the oh my god. Alright. Shit wild. Alright, Migo is also a level 6 creature, so I don't know, I hope they don't piss him off. He's a malevolent alien entity. Masquerading as a quiet Katapeshi carpet seller, is glad to pay his own fee for a trip to see the Spellscar. Along the way, he hopes to test his strange technology on fellow passengers. Specifically, his luggage includes a pollutant-spewing device called a smogger, whose effects has yet to witness on living, breathing creatures. So he's a bioterrorist alien. Wow. Okay. Wow. Hey, what's up, Dom? Maybe testicles could be on the list of people. That'd be kind of cool. They got some pretty cool ones here. There's a married couple prone to impulsive travel decisions. That could be fun to bring the ones from the, yeah, we could do, bring, gunsmith couple from One Shot as an option. Let's see. 10 Kira is a female Samsaran acrobat, eager to explore beautiful places. She spends the voyage drawing landscapes until she dies, obviously. Usuvu is a female gnome tomb raider, is a devout follower of Barnaral, imperial lord of creativity, invention, and persistence. Alerted to the party's interest in Pyronite and the Krill, of course, by informants within the Temple of Bree, wishes to find Kosawana so she can aid him in keeping Pyronite from the masses. She acts suspiciously and refuses to reveal her genital characters until they prove her helpful. Oh, okay, so she's like a red herring traitor. So she's not really a traitor, but she's very sus. Whittaper Whitheron is a commoner with a longsword instead of a sickle. Interesting. A young man looking for adventure is eager to join the expedition but spends all of his ready coin on a second-hand sword. The party will need to pay for his ticket if they want him to join them. Hiram Bridges and Esteri Wystone. Male and female humid gilded gunner assassins become available as potential passengers if the players aren't discreet in their search for passengers. They're actually named Rice and Sal Roffin. These siblings pose as merchants seeking passage to Cloud Reaver Keep. In fact, they're gilded gunners sent by Muglin to follow the party and locate Kosawana. Unknown to even the Roffins, Muglin hired them mostly as a distraction, while his real agent, the halfling porter Lucky Lanks, takes care of business. See Second Kiss Crew on page 24. The gilded gunners keep their gilded firearms hidden in their luggage. And then we got Celessa Torrida, female half-orc archer sentry with an arbicus instead of a longbow. Former shield marshal turned big game hunter. Though Celessa has many principles, courage isn't among them. She's keen to see what the Spellscar beast can take down from the safety of the airship. Okay. Alright. Second Kiss Crew. Captain Winslow has a skeleton crew of 4 to operate the Second Kiss on its various charters. Each of her crewmates has flown with Winslow for years, although recent lack of work and pay has taken a toll on the crew's morale and loyalty. Alright, Dezen Drakes is a half-elf bosun, level 3, with a flintlock musket, good for you. He handles most of the logistics required to keep the dirigible airborne, with few jobs since the incident. He's considering hiring out with a different captain if the opportunity presents itself, although he would hate to leave Winslow. Loyal but not foolhardy, he'll avoid combat, except to save his own life or Winslow's. Nolby and Gebbin. They are male and female goblin pirates, level 2. They make up the technical team that keeps Second Kiss airworthy. The half-siblings bicker constantly over the best approach to keep the airship's clockwork engine running smoothly. Blah, blah, blah. The final member and the newest addition to the crew is Lucky Lanks, a porter, which is a person who carries things. Kind of a weird flex for a halfling who statistically has a -2 strength and is small. Let's see. Oh, Lotus Switch going into the desert? That could be pretty fun. Let's see. A grifter, bro, the final member and newest addition is Lucky Lanks. He's a grifter who has been biding his time with Winslow while planning his next big scam. Lucky is all too vulnerable to anyone with coin. When the Gilded Gunners paid him to make sure the player characters don't reach their destination, he jumped at the chance to finally take the ship and become his own master. Throughout their journey, he makes several attempts to hijack the Second Kiss and otherwise sabotage their adventure. Okay. He has a real stat block. He's a level 5 guy. Alright. Cool. Well, he has a chest feather token. Don't know what that is. I'm assuming it makes a chest appear. Let's find out. Feather token chest. Blah, blah, blah. This makes a thing appear. When you use this token, a small wooden chest appears and immediately opens. This chest can hold 10 bulk worth of items. Once the chest is closed, it transforms again, this time into a key, taking all the stored items with it. You can activate this key by spending an interaction to turn it into an imaginary lock, which causes it to transform back into a chest with all the items still inside. Once it's turned to a chest a second time, it remains forever a wooden chest. That is really fun and cool. I like that a lot. Alright. Second Kiss locations. Ungainly, slow, and highly susceptible to winds and inclement weather, Second Kiss has one distinct advantage. It can travel 24 miles per day. Oh, man. As long as a pilot is available to drive. Airships like Second Kiss can make the trip from Alkenstar to the Gunworks or Cloud River Keep in a day's travel. Oh, my. in relative comfort. Airships require specialized facilities to load and unload cargo, limiting their regular use to travel between well-equipped ports. If needed, the Second Kiss can land by descending nearly to ground level and using several anchors and cables to tie the dirigible down, though doing so requires a large open flat area. Assuming an uneventful journey at a steady speed, wink, it should take 3 days to reach the Cradle of Quartz. Wow, that is significantly faster than what if you walked. All right, so let's see. Why fly versus 3 days. Okay. The following pages briefly detail various accessible areas of the Second Kiss. These areas correspond to the map on page 26. Okay, so we have a map of an airship, huh? Let me see. I want to see it. Show me the fucking airship. Where is it? That's not an airship. I'm not seeing an airship. Steaming Kingdom. Cradle of Quartz. Uh-oh. Where's my fucking airship? Have I been betrayed? Page 26, eh? Oh, that's a terrible airship. Oh my god. Barf. Ugh. 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 Alright, guess we gotta get an airship. Okay. Let's see. Fucking airship. Alright, so need an actual airship map. Lazy. Yeah, they described it as not being a Zeppelin, but then apparently it is a Zeppelin. I'm very confused. I don't know. We'll have to like redo the whole thing because like I don't see the set. I mean, maybe I'm missing it. Second Kiss. All right. Here's our Second Kiss airship. Let's see if they didn't. Oh no. I guess this works. I don't know. They got the whole crew. That's kind of cool. They've got Chimeric Manticore. Okay, that's pretty fun. Spellscar Sky Marauder. And Peritons. Everybody loves a good Periton. And we got Farah. We got Dezen Drakes. We got Lucky Lanks. Okay. And then we got all these potential... Are these all the potential passengers? Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so that's the flight deck. This is the upper deck. And we could probably just use these. Alright, I'll stop being a jerk. Alright. Okay. Just use the maps provided. Wah. Okay. Trying to keep it, you know, focused or whatever. Alright, what's going on here? Gebben and Nolby. Oh my god, they're so cute. I love them. Alright. And then we've got Observation Deck. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Alright. Good. We don't have to go to Heroic Maps, which has great airships, and we don't have to go to Zapiku, who has even cooler airships. We'll just use the airships that they've got. But Crash, I want there to be, like, moving clouds and stuff. Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. How could we make there be such a thing, you might ask? So what we could do is we could make a box like this. Let's see. I believe that this is like up on top of the airship though, so you wouldn't actually need a box here. We could just do regular weather, but we could just turn on weather for this. I'm assuming that it's going that away. So we will do clouds, and we will turn the speed of those clouds up, and let's see what happens. All right. They're kind of screaming by. Let's make them a little bit bigger. There we go. So it sort of looks like they're flying. I guess we could turn the speed really high up. Hold on. All the way up? There we go. Okay. So what we'll do then is we'll just put clouds and have the clouds streaming by, and now we get the illusion of it being animated without having to remove the background, add a parallax background ourselves, or any of that bullshit. Alright, then that should be good. Alright, let's go to the other parts of the ship then. I believe here are these like windows that allow you to like look out or some shit? I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to see outside of the ship because none of those look like windows. If for whatever reason they end up outside, I guess we would want some weather there. So now we can go and draw a bounding box here. Let's give it a shot. So drag this to there. Go here. Up and over. I don't think I would want to be inside a turbine, but I guess that's what happens when you go on adventures. Sometimes you end up in an airship turbine. Alright, bring that down to here. And I believe in Foundry 10, which is what we're on, you don't need any kind of special mod to tell Foundry that you don't want weather inside your shape. So, once we finish drawing the shape, we should be able to deactivate the weather inside the airship. And this is like way easier. Let's see. No weather. Weather? No weather? Alright. I don't know if it's turned off or not. We'll find out by turning on the weather. So we'll go to clouds, and we will go to 1.7, which is what we had before. And then we'll turn the speed all the way up, and we'll hit save. And then the clouds, yay, they're not going inside the airship. Wonderful. Alright, so we just got to repeat that on the other two maps. Alright, cool. So second kiss upper deck, even easier. I don't think we even need to do this because there's no possible way they could see outside here, so we're going to ignore this one. And then on the flight deck where there are actual windows, we'll go ahead and put it on. So we'll go here and draw shapes. Okay, so something like this. There we go. Want them to be able to look out the window, see the clouds flying by, feel like we actually spent the time to animate this, even though we didn't. Oops. Faking effects is honestly many times better than doing the effects, especially for your resources. All right. We could have birds just splat into the thing. All right. Here, move it up to 1.7. Turn speed all the way up. Save. Yay, we solved the riddle. Now it looks like the airship's moving. Hero. Alright, let's get back to the adventure proper then. Okay. So, airship do look pretty though. It's a pretty little airship. Let's see. Save image as... be nice if it saves as a transparent background. If I did this, would it give it a transparent background? Machine. Maybe. Downloads. No, it gave it a black background. Oh. That's okay though. Let's see. More apps. Open with Photoshop. Cool. I just thought it'd be neat if we had this with a transparent background, because then we could like put it on, you know, the front page or something when they're in this chapter. But that's not a huge deal. All right. Here's things we might need to know about Second Kiss. The following pages briefly detail various accessible areas of Second Kiss, corresponding to the map that you just bitched and complained about, and then realized you didn't have to make, and stop bitching and complaining about it, so maybe stop jumping to conclusions. Alright, anyways. Unless otherwise noted, all areas have 8-foot high ceilings, interior walls are made out of light wood, with stats, in case you want to break stuff. Windows are made of pane glass, and most except the control room's viewports, which is made of tempered glass. That doesn't seem safe. The descriptions below can use the standard nautical terms of port while facing the control room. The left side of the ship, starboard, is the right side. Fore is towards the control room, and aft is towards the back. Rigid envelope. A pair of circular frames enclose the main envelope of the dirigible. The frames are connected by a truss walkway on the top and both sides, and by main cabin on the bottom. Okay. I saw the map. Ugh. Inside the envelope are additional frames divided into space by 12 segments that blah blah blah. I don't care how it fucking flies. I'm not an engineer. Upper observation deck. On top of the Second Kiss has a flat platform where brave passengers can climb out and witness spectacular views. The platform is accessible either by ladders inside the main envelope or along a set of rungs built into the exterior skin of the dirigible. I don't think so. I mean, sorry, that's my personal view. In desperate times, Winslow posts one of her crew on the platform to keep watch, a very unpopular duty. This has a rusty but serviceable ballista, but you have to buy guns and gears if you would like to have the stats for it. Okay. While the airship is in motion, creatures on the upper observation... Hey, wait, do ours have stats? Let's see. How dare you? They didn't give us stats for our ballistas? Oh my goodness. Let's go to our observation deck. No, they gotta have stats, right? What? I feel cheated. Alright, hold on. Ballista. Alright, backpack ballista. Ballista bolt. Okay. I could have sworn this, like, everything... let's see. Oh, do you think it's equipment? Let's see. One shot, season pass. Is gears and gadgets, or whatever the fuck it is it like, its own book? Wait, Impossible Lands is right here. Let's see. Okay. Gear. Disciple of the Gear. Miracle Gear. Ballista. No, 2 L's. Backpack Ballista. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Outlaws, Alkenstar. Nope, we want guns and gears. And this is page 74. Let's see. Alright. Siege weapon statistics. Basic siege weapon. A ballista. Is there like a paste stats mod? Can I just paste this in somewhere? Let's see. Aw. I have to build it myself? I cry. I don't know how to build this. Siege weapon. Ballista. Damn. Okay, let's see. How get guns and gear into Foundry VTT? I've been prepping a game with a gunslinger. I'm trying to set the PC up in Foundry. All feats load fine until I add the gunslinger feats. Anyone else having trouble? I don't think the official rulebooks are out. They might not be properly implemented yet. I believe you must custom build the missing feats. Unfortunately, playtest material. I saw something about the progress bar stopping a gunslinger. This post is from like 2 years ago. Revised weapons and equipment. Alright. No, it's for 5e. Man. Alright. Let's see. Pathfinder Guns and Gear announcement. Pocket Edition. Guns and Gear's in-depth review. That sucks. Alright. I guess I'll go ask. Let's see. Pathfinder 2e chat. Foundry VTT question. How do I get my Guns and Gears book content into Foundry VTT? Foundry VTT players. I guess I'll ask there too. Alright. Well, that stinks. I don't want to like set this up manually if there's like a way to import it in. So I will leave a note that says Ballista, page 74 plus, G and G, must be built into Foundry VTT manually. Yay! So I guess that would be a actor situation. There we go. Alright. Let us continue the adventure. Engine... And what the fuck is this word? Oh my god. Definition... French word.
Nacelle.
Nacelle. A streamlined housing or tank for something on the outside of an aircraft or motor vehicle. The outer casing of an aircraft engine.
Nacelle.
Nacelle. Alright. Engine nacelles. Two massive clockwork engines are mounted on frames extending above and out from either side of the main crew cabin. They're accessible by a narrow railed walkway from doors in the rear engine compartment. These clockwork engines provide forward speed. Again, I don't really care how your magic airship's flying. Let's see. Second Kiss has stats. That's interesting to know. Costs 7,000 bucks. In D&D terms, that's not very expensive. In Pathfinder terms, it's pretty pricey. It's pretty pricey. Let's see. It's about what you would expect an airplane to cost. Let's see. Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to get help finding there's Compendium Browser maybe? Alright. Would they be equipment? Backpack Ballista, again. Oh. Foundry doesn't have any of the siege weapons in. Oh. That blows. Backpack catapult, not regular catapult. Well, that makes me sad. Alright. Well, now we have confirmation that that's the situation. Which book am I in? I'm in book 2, chapter 2. I'm trying to get through all of it. Not tonight, but I got a game starting in like 2 weeks, so I kind of want to get. Well, I have 2 games starting in 2 weeks. Alright, so that is that. Alright, we've confirmed there is no Foundry VTT support for that. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Alright, so let's see. Is there an actor called the Second Kiss? There is. The Second Kiss does have its own character sheet, so that's cool. Alright. Let's see. Engine nacelles, blah blah blah. Stats. Already looked at the ship. That's fine. What do we got here? They can be partially wound in flight. Aww. Aww. They have a Their backup is to actually wind it like clockwork. Oh my god. A character who succeeds at a DC 22 athletics check and takes 1 minute can add 1 hour of additional engine time. Okay. The main cabin is where passengers, crew, and cargo normally stay during a voyage. There's the control room. Let's see. This room is where the pilot and the navigator drive the Second Kiss. I guess we could, like, peek on these locations as we go. Let's see. I wish they were... Nah, it's fine the way it is. Yeah, I need to stop being so picky. Alright, control room, broad viewpoint at the front. Port side is a metal wheel accompanied by more gauges and dials, while the chart and table are on the right, aka the starboard. The second room is where the pilot and navigator drive the Second Kiss. During takeoff and landing, the pilot is stationed at the control yoke forward, while the co-pilot is stationed at the altitude controls. While in level flight, a single pilot can handle both controls in most weather conditions. See vehicle rules in Game Master Guide, or just assume the crew handles the flying of the airship while the player characters are otherwise occupied. Yeah, please. Winslow or Dresden pilots the ship under normal circumstances. Both are present at the controls during dangerous weather, or when taking off or landing. Lanks is a competent pilot as well, but Nolby and Gebbin have no idea how to fly. Decorated with dated artwork and scuffed hardwood. This is the dining cabin. Dining cabin. I see it. Alright. The look back lounge. Alright. Oop. Oop. I just want to right click on the map. There we go. This map is so crowded. Should I add more air to the map? I kind of feel like I should add more air to the fucking map. It's so frustrating. It's just like, if they want to fly around, like, I just feel like you can't really be tactical if you don't have, like, space to move. I just feel like it's too crowded. Alright, I'm going to put that on the come back to later section. Alright, so airship. We'll put, no, we'll put that as an actual map. Map, expand, sky sections of the maps. I got to. I can't not do it. Alright, somebody on Discord for Paizo Partners gave me an actor JSON to build a ballista with. So let's see how that goes real quick. Alright. Close this out. We'll go ahead and add a folder. We'll call it Siege Weapons. Maybe we should spell siege right. I don't know. There we go. And we'll add an actor. We'll make it a NPC. And we'll override it. They said they also have a cannon if needed. Yeah, alright. Yes, please. Imports. Incompatible actor. Its schema version is 8.49. Alright. So let me add that to the fucking airship list. Update server. Try to import JSON files for siege weapons. Woof. Okay. Alright, the look back lounge. Passengers congregate here to look back out the back window. Cool. The upper deck is located above the main deck, inside the bottom of the dirigible's envelope. The envelope's metal frame and gas cells are located just above the upper deck, separated by a flimsy plank ceiling. Oh, that's safe. The upper deck contains a pair of public areas and several private cabins, as well as a galley and crew quarters. But do you have bathrooms? Oh, they do. Look at that. They got fucking bathrooms right there. Can't complain. They got everything. Crew mess. This hall is a combination kitchen, dining room, storage room. Oh, okay. So we got to go to the next map. Here we go. Alright. Crew mess. Got it. That's pretty cool looking. They do a good job with these maps. Crew cabin, storage room. The door is locked with a poor lock. Cool. The captain's quarters. Co-pilot's cabin. Private stateroom. Each of these 3 staterooms contains 2 bunks with hay-filled mattresses. Oh man. Paid 50 gold for this trip to sleep on a hay mattress. A small table and a pair of chairs. One room. Oh man. Okay. Has been reserved for the party. Guess, yeah. Okay. Tables for chess, cards, and other games fill this room. Though the second kiss doesn't pitch and yaw as much as the ships at sea, the tables are still securely fastened to the floor. The Society Lounge. Typically access this room via the staircase in the look-back lounge. It features a sturdy lounge furniture, bookshelves, and numerous volumes of Alkenstar fiction, and end tables bolted to the floor. That's lovely. Ladder to the keel well. The trapdoors at each of these areas are locked with poor locks, so it's only a DC 15. Every crew member has a key. The smell of grease and the echo of the engines filter from the opening. Keel way. The metal mesh walkway. I guess we're on the next map. There we go. Okay. Yes. Key, it's just this thing right here. This piece of metal just goes all the way across. Alright. A leak in one of the ship's 12 gas bags won't bring down the vessel, but 3 leaking gas bags causing the dirigible to noticeably sag. It will start to fall from the sky. Engineering room. These tiny rooms reek of grease and sweat. Each room contains a small cot, a workbench, and mounds of tools. This is where the Gerblins live. The engine nacelle. An open walkway leads outside. Second kiss engine. Hazard. Let's see. Kiss engine. Ooh, okay. It's got stats in Foundry. That's good. Sailing the Spellscar. Once the player characters round up a group of at least 4 more passengers, Winslow prepares to take off in the early morning. At the appointed time, the airship is winched down to make the main cabin accessible from the tall wooden stairs on the roof of the Final Prospect pub. Each passenger group boards the vessel and mingles in the main cabin, introducing themselves to each other. When all is ready, the airship drops ballast, and its 2 powerful clockwork propellers roar to life. Blah blah, it's an airship. Airship heads over Alkenstar Castle with a dramatic view of Hellside, Alken Falls, the Screw, and the wealthy districts of Skyside beyond. Beyond the walls, it turns slightly east and heads towards Cloud Reaver Keep, the first stop on its route to Cradle of Quartz. The rugged hills and inhospitable terrain of the Spellscar Desert sprawl before the ship. Blah, blah, blah. Other weather phenomenon appear and disappear with uncanny speed, including thunderstorms, fog occurring in several surprising colors, sparkly shower of perfectly formed ice crystals that smells faintly of lilacs, and preceded by dark purple thunderheads that reek of sulfur. None of the precipitation ever reaches the ground, keeping the spell-scarred desert true to its name. Well, it does actually rain in deserts, but sure. Um, Even if it gets water. The unpredictable, it will still be a desert. It'll be fine. The unpredictable winds typical of the Mana Waste keep Captain Winslow and co-pilot Dresden Drakes busy all the damn time. No romancing the captain heard. The following event encounters occur in the order presented. As the second kiss flies east, the airship's crew leaves any fighting to the party. Occasionally, a monster might attack the airship directly or otherwise threaten the ship's course. When necessary, refer to the vehicle rules, page 174, and the stat block of the ship. Alright, where's event 1? We just skipped right to event 2. Okay, is event 1 takeoff? Alright, I'm going to just pretend it's takeoff and I didn't miss one. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. Periton attack. Deeply curious what Peritons are like in this system, but I'm not going to stop and read them because I'm trying to get through all the book, and, you know, they are what they are. I'll trust that they're balanced for the adventure. Though Peritons are normally quite solitary, these specimens banded together to take down the desert's largest prey, a category that currently encompasses the crew and its passengers. Oh, okay. The Peritons stalk the airship for several minutes, spreading out to surround the vessel while slowly closing the distance. If anyone is on the upper platform or in the open air observation deck, one Periton uses its Steel Shadow ability. I am very curious. I'm going to resist the urge to find out what that means. To begin combat. The other Peritons attack any exposed targets. 3 Peritons think that they could take down this airship. Have they not been shot with a ballista before? The ballista does 4d12 damage with a basic reflex save. I mean, I'd be nervous. I guess it's only a DC 19 though. Maybe that's not too bad for Pathfinder. I don't know. Engine failure. Alright, so engine failure. Let's see. Lanx uses the Periton attack as a distraction. Oh, well, okay. It's just kind of part of the first one. I wouldn't really say it's a separate event, but okay. In the aftermath of the fight, he sneaks to the upper platform with a length of iron chain and tosses it into one of the engine nacelles, fouling the propeller. You hear that, Ashwin? Chains fouled the propeller. Just saying. The second kiss loses speed and begins to circle lazily, its rudders unable to counteract the unbalanced thrust of the engines. Again, thanks for letting me know. Don't know how an airship works. Nolby and Gebben can clear the jam propeller with an hour's work, but suspicion runs through the crew and passengers as it becomes clear there's a saboteur, a bad saboteur, aboard. Lanx continues to show dissent among the party and passengers, perhaps even confiding to the players that he saw one of the other passengers in the dirigible's framework just before the propeller went dead. I hope he picks Mr. Fly, the level 6 alien, so that they confront him and have to fight a level 6 alien. But I'm sure we have to deal with that asshole at some point anyways. He tells the players a story, he tells a different story to Captain Winslow, claiming the player characters are suspicious, so they'll cut the trip short at Cloud Reaver Keep. Lanx is a tricky boy, but he leaves telltale traces of his malfeasance. You didn't need to use malfeasance. Come on, guys. When the engineers find the iron chain that causes the propeller's failure, they both recognize it from the storage room, which is only accessible to the crew. Nolby or Gebben might reveal this detail to the player characters. Nobody brought their own chain? I don't know why they would, but I'm just saying. I mean, people could bring their own chain on board. Depending on how positive their interactions have been, Lanx also snatched a few tools and spare parts from the engineering room and hid them under the cots in the crew cabin. At your discretion, Lanks might leave other evidence if at any time it's clear his ruse hasn't worked. He attacks the party as a why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just surrender? Like, why would you attack them? You're one guy against an entire ship full of people. Take like a hostage or something. So stupid. For discovering evidence of Lank's sabotage, award each player we don't use XP. If the characters definitely prove he's a traitor, we don't use XP. Alright. Event 4. Passenger drama. Varies. A few hours after the engineers clear the jam propeller from the second kiss, and it's back underway, another mishap occurs. Okay. Depending on which passengers join the crew, this incident might be a piece of passenger-related drama. Wait, I have to do this part? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, passenger drama. Just make some shit up. Cool. For example, if Mr. Fly is aboard, he tries to lure one of the other passengers to a cabin for some impromptu brain surgery. Jesus Christ. If Hiram and Esther are on board, they try to get one of the player characters alone to push them off the airship or otherwise make them disappear. Those are the assassins. If Brem and Finn Gallen, the married traders, are there, they might say, "My husband and I really liked your vibe" from across the lounge. Wink. Worst case scenario, all these dramatic episodes occur simultaneously. Oof. I like worst case scenarios. Let me add that to my list. Beautiful. Just the weirdest trip on an airship ever. Alright. Night flight. And this is a low difficulty encounter, I guess, at this point. After dinner, the second kiss continues its course for Cloud Reaver Keep. Winslow heads to her stateroom to rest. How is Winslow feeling about us murdering Mr. Fly? Or the two assassins that whatever. Let's just keep going. Heads to her stateroom to rest. Well, I keep forgetting that this whole game takes place in a video game universe. So I'm just going to, like, keep dialing back my expectations to be back in a video game. So it should be fine now. After dinner, blah, blah, blah. Heads to her stateroom to rest. Dresden, night captain, takes over. If a player character expresses interest in the operation of the airship, Dresden is happier than Winslow to entertain an aspiring pilot. He invites them to join him on the flight deck for a few quick lessons. That's nice. Just before the end of his first shift, a sudden peal of thunder oh my god.
Presage.
Presage? Who says that? Oh my god. Just before the end of Dresden's first shift, a sudden peal of thunder presages foul weather. Is a sign or warning that something will happen. Look, I don't hate you English speakers, okay? I want you to know that. I don't hate the English language. I don't hate English speakers. But you don't need to use these words anymore, right? Globalization, okay? Like, if you wanted to sell this product to non-English speaking countries, why would you write at like a fucking master's degree thesis level? Like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is so unaccessible to like non-English speakers, like English second language speakers. This is just mean. It's just mean to use these big words. I didn't show up to take a college class. I didn't show up to read the novel that you're too scared to actually write. I'm here to run a goddamn adventure, and I'm tired of having to look up fucking words every 10 minutes. Okay. Alright. Just before the end of his shift, a sudden peal of thunder indicates foul weather, though it isn't rain or hail that starts falling. It's fucking snakes, baby. Anywhere else, this phenomenon would be apocalyptic. Flying over the mana waste, Dresden calmly assures the party this isn't his first snake storm. Well, see, I'm in a love-hate relationship with this adventure because the adventure is very fun and the ideas are very fresh, but like, I'm really tired of these nerds trying to like flex on me with how nerdy they are. Like, ain't nobody got time for that bullshit. Oh my god. Alright. Snakes on a plane. I got the meme too, by the way. I get it. So, the rest of the passengers are asleep, though most awake to the sound of thick, coiled snakes bouncing off the airship's envelope. Only a few Vipers actually land on the lounge deck, thank God, but they quickly slither into the ship and attack anyone they can intercept. During the Viper encounter, Lanks, assuming he hasn't been apprehended, makes his most daring move yet. Whether Captain Winslow is alone on the flight deck or in her room, why would she be alone on the flight deck? It just said that she went to bed. Lanks surreptitiously leads a Viper into that area. When the Viper is close to Winslow, he stabs the captain with a dagger he coated in hunting spider venom and then screams for help. Winslow is in agony and believes she's been bitten by a snake. She stumbles into the dining cabin, if she was in the control room, or the main deck's hallway, if she was in her room, and implores the characters to help her. It's clear that the captain is in a bad way. If the party doesn't have a means for treating her poison, she falls unconscious for 4 rounds. Meanwhile, it's plot poison, which is good. I don't want to actually have to roll a dwarf saving throw against poison, but whatever. He demands they stop at Cloud River Keep and cancel the rest of the expedition in light of the captain's predicament. A character who succeeds at a medicine check can tell that the wound is a dagger, not a snake bite. It's only a DC 15 in Pathfinder? Buddy, you're like the worst saboteur ever. With a successful DC 20 nature check, the character discerns the poison is spider venom, not snake venom, in case the dagger versus snake wasn't enough. Okay. Lanks builds upon his lie as much as possible, but he soon realizes the jig is up. He lunges at the party with all he has. Buddy! Have dynamite strapped to your body or something. Good God. Why would you attack a whole ship full of people? Is Lucky Lanks like a radicalized youth? Like, what is he trying to do? It just seems like he doesn't know what he's fucking doing. I don't know. Like, why? If Mugland is such a badass gangster, why would he have such a dumbass person go on this mission? Because he thinks it's going to be a suicide mission? Maybe. I don't know. Like, that's crazy. I feel like Lucky Lanks needs some like better like fleshing out here. All right, we're gonna flesh out Lucky Lanks here. Give me a fucking second. Give me a fucking second. All right. Unreal. All right. Lucky Lanks is the bad guy for this whole chapter. All right. Lucky Lanks. All right. Lucky is the bastard son of Mugland. First of all. No, Dom, get that shit out of here. This isn't a Saturday morning. There's no, bad. Where's my spray bottle? No, we're not doing that. All right, Lucky's the bastard son of Mugland. Wants to prove to his dad he has got the stuff. Mugland, aware of the situation, decides to send the boy on this mission. Unknown to the kid, he is carrying a bomb in his butthole. Look, this is good writing, okay? Alright, maybe not his butthole. Unknown to the kid, he has, there we go, brought a bomb onto the ship. Da-na-na. See, that's cool. That's cool. Tricks his kid that is a pain in the ass that he wants to get rid of into doing this suicide bomber mission without knowing he's suicide bombing. Okay. When does bomb explode? It explodes when the suitcase is opened, or when I say so. Alright. Okay. So, let's see. Lucky's the bastard son of Muglin. Muglin, aware of the situation. Okay. He is a fucking mess. Just a real cartoon villain screw up. Wants to prove to his dad that he has got the stuff. Muglin, aware of the situation, decides to send his boy on this mission. Unknown to the kid, he has brought a bomb onto the ship. Let's see. He was told the briefcase contained a bribe for one of Muglin's contacts in Cloud Keep, or whatever the fuck that place is called, and not to open it on pain of death and dismemberment. Alright. So now we have like a reason that this guy's a fucking idiot, but we also have a reason why, like, he's not a complete, like, stupid decision. We need the bad guy, like, the whole motivation of this adventure is that Muglin screwed you over. If you keep finding out that Muglin is a fucking idiot, you feel like an idiot. You want the person that outsmarted you to at least be smart and competent. Otherwise, you feel like you got, like, showed up by, like, an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Like, you gotta respect the villains. Like, oh my god. Anyways, let's keep going. Alright. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Attacks the whole fucking ship. Jesus Christ. Alright. Why wouldn't he just put the snake in the room with her? Like, why stab her with a dagger? Just put the fucking snake in the room. I'm so confused. It's just some really bad writing. I mean, it's more interesting than most of the things I've read in a 5th edition adventure, but it's still pretty bad writing. Jesus Christ. Alright, so then we got Sky Marauders. This is a one-day trip. How is all this happening in one day? Oh my god. Okay. It's a one-day trip. It's like fucking Gilligan's Island up in here. The hours after the second kisses stop at Cloud River Keep. All right, so we make it to Cloud River Keep. All right, after Cloud River Keep. Thank God. So, what about his briefcase? Is the briefcase going to blow up? Is that going to slow things down? We'll have to find out. Maybe he hid it somewhere on the ship. Doesn't want to tell him about it. The party finds it. I don't know. We'll get there when we get there. I think it'll be fun to have a bomb that they have to disarm. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then they could try to pin it on Muglin that, like, there was a bomb, right? Like, that's kind of neat. Anyways. Wild shape into a snake. Amazing. Alright, so now we've left Cloud River Keep. Is there any... do we get to go to Cloud River Keep? Question mark? I mean, are they just like, oh well, goodbye, and then they leave? I don't know. The hours after second kisses stop at Cloud River Keep are surprisingly uneventful, and the party can enjoy a brief reprieve from saboteurs, assuming they identified and stopped lengths. Assuming? What? He literally tries to kill everybody. Oh my god. Alright. The party can enjoy a brief reprieve from saboteurs, assuming blah blah blah, and flying monsters. Except Mana Storm. Haha! At dawn on the third day of travel, a first-level Mana Storm envelops the airship, bringing with it a cadre of malevolent mutated monsters. Roll on page 71 to determine the Mana Storm's effect, which persists throughout this event. Depending on the exact effect, the encounter against the Marauders might be easier or harder than usual. Well, we're using wild magic for the whole campaign, so I've pretty much just abandoned CR entirely, and XP, so guess we'll see what happens. Creatures. Amid the storm, 3 mutated Maftet bandits. For the love of fucking God. Let's find out what a Maftet is. Alright. Alright. Maftets. Maftets are hawk-winged humanoids with leonine lower bodies that dwell in ancient ruins and cities, thought lost, typically in deserts or mountain regions. They view themselves as guardians and practice a specialized technique of dual-wielding scimitars, so central to their culture that a Maftet's scimitars are often cherished family heirlooms. Most Maftets venerate their ancestors in addition to various deities, and even a child can detail their family lineage back multiple generations. Maftet prides tend to be matriarchal and isolationist, though Maftets aren't necessarily hostile to outsiders who respect their homes and don't seek to loot them. When a young Maftet comes of age, they receive runic tattoos from a pride's elder. These tattoos are imbued with magic that allows a Maftet to enchant their wielded weapons, but the individualized designs tell the Maftet's ancestry, childhood adventures, and positive qualities. Such tattoos are considered sacred and never given to non-Maftets. I'm just going to put it out there. If this was a WotC adventure, they'd be fucking bugbears. So, I'm happy to see it. Maftet, welcome aboard. Alright. Let's see. Naughty wedding pictures. Oh my goodness. What are you trying to advertise to me over there? Okay. Let's see. Back to the adventure. Alright, so these Marauders, they can speak Sphinx. Oh, that's cool. Oh man, we should say that they're there for the Lotus Witch. That's what we'll do. They have come for the Lotus Witch. Haha! We'll really do some crossovers. Who is one of the passengers, I guess. They told me to do whatever I wanted in this chapter, so I'm going to. If this is a WotC adventure, they'd have you roll on a table for encounters with barely fleshed out information. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. The Marauder's skin is covered with necrotic boils that burst when struck. Whenever a creature deals slashing or piercing damage to the Marauder, each creature within 5 feet takes 2d6 acid damage. Oh, shit. That's cool. Alright, let me see what these Marauders are up to. Ooh, they look pretty cool. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm into that. Alright. Let's see. They got Raptor Dive, Paired Strike, Runic Resistance, Acid Pustules, Mana Fever. Oh, that's a disease. Well, you don't want that. Alright, that's pretty cool. Back to the adventure. Let's see. Then, after the party defeats or drives off the Maftets, the storm intensifies, and another threat appears. Oh my goodness. The storm escalates to a 3rd level Mana Storm. Oh, use the table on page 71 to determine the Mana Storm's new effect, which persists through this event. A terrible denizen created by the Spellscar, a chimeric manticore. He looks very handsome. Very good looking guy. Uses the Mana Storm to cover its approach, hoping to devour the delicious creatures inside. It uses its unarmed strikes on the airship, and its breath weapon and tail spikes to attack exposed creatures. Why wouldn't he just use the tail spikes to pop the balloon? Well, he has a -3 to intelligence, so maybe that's why he doesn't pop the balloon. But he's smart enough to know that there's people inside the airship. Okay, that's fine. I get that. He just doesn't understand how an airship works. Okay. All right. He does get to breathe a 60-foot line of lightning. Would that cause any issues? Like, to the engines and shit? I don't know. The Mana Storm increases this encounter's threat to severe. Nice. For overcoming the Chimeric Manticore and weathering the storm, blah, blah, blah. In addition, if the party prevents the second kiss from becoming broken, award each character even more XP. But I think you're about to break it anyways. Just saying. If the second kiss takes significant damage to gain the broken condition, it immediately descends 60 feet per round in addition to its regular movement. When the airship hits the ground, it comes to a stop, and all creatures aboard must succeed on a DC 25 reflex save or be knocked prone. Even if the second kiss... So maybe it goes like full orca whale and just like attacks the airship itself when it starts getting beat up by the players. That might be something that happens. When the airship hits the ground, it will come to a stop, and all creatures on board must succeed on a DC 25 reflex save or be knocked prone. Even if the second kiss remains airworthy after a Mana Storm and Chimera attack, Captain Winslow still lands the airship to inspect the damage. Oh. The magical sandstorm's effects have worn down many of the gears in the ship's clockwork engines, so even if they did save the ship, the adventurer doesn't care. That's fine. While the ship can be partially repaired, might as well just destroy the fucking ship then. If it doesn't matter if they save the ship. Be dramatic. Blow the fucking ship up. While the ship can be partially repaired with the materials on board, some of the complex clockwork components in the engine require replacement. Captain Winslow uses a bird feather token to send for help from the barkeep at the final prospect. It's kind of far, but she thinks the Cradle of Quartz might have some of the components necessary to repair the ship. As a Briite temple, it is likely it has stocks of clockwork components, and it's only 2 days' trek to the east. Beautiful. Alright, so we're finally out of this fucking airship, so now we're into the survive the desert part, I guess. So let's see. The crash. Alright. No matter what, the ship crashes. Choo-choo, get on that train. It's kind of refreshing, honestly. Like, sometimes you just gotta go linear. You know what I'm saying? Just destroy the fucking ship. Just destroy it. If Lanx remains undetected, active God, right? If Lanx is still somehow undetected, he chooses an opportune moment to make his move, hoping, oh my god, hoping to kill Captain Winslow and take control of the ship. If he's still here, I say he deserves to kill the captain. He hopes to arrange an accident for Winslow, and assumes the crew will accept him as their new leader. What? The success... Oh, that's like some Solasta logic right there. The success or failure of a scheme is left to you to decide, based on your player's strategies and prior interactions with these characters. Jesus Christ. Captain Winslow and her surviving crew remain with the second kiss, repairing what they can and stripping out unnecessary components to lighten the dirigible's load. Any passengers who remain likely stay at the ship, where there's enough food and water for the remaining passengers to survive for 1 week. But they might ask to accompany the players to the Cradle of Quartz if they formed a particularly strong bond with the characters. There isn't enough food or water for the characters to take with them. Besides, hardy adventurers know how to find a bite to eat in the desert, right? Damn. If they save the ship, but then the ship is like, we still have to land anyways, it just feels like I'm basically saying like, hey, nice job, guys, but the ship's still broken. You know, like, I guess they feel good because it's like a slightly different outcome, but it's like if a game was like, should we kill this guy? Yes or no? And then whatever you choose, that guy gets killed anyways. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like why even have the illusion of choice sometimes? If it's just an illusion, you know. From the air, it's easy to mistake the Spellscar Desert's dry, rocky badlands for lumpy but easily traversable hills. On foot and up close to the wasteland is a tangle of dry riverbeds, jagged basins, and small but steep mountain ranges. Fields. Oh, they don't know that? Yeah, that's fine. It is an illusion, so yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, okay. I see that, Dom. I see you. So they might think that if they hadn't saved it, it could have been so much worse. Ah. So they think that the success scenario was only having to land the airship for repairs, not it got blown up and now there's no way back to the city. Ah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I like that. That's really good. That's really good. Okay. Honestly, yeah, if it did blow up, I mean, they're like 3 weeks away from town or something, based on how far they're flying, so they'd be pretty screwed. At your discretion, if the ship fared particularly poorly, the characters might have crash landed much further away from their destination. Okay, that's fine. Um, the player characters manage to keep it aloft through the encounters. They're most of the way to Critical Courts. Oh, so there is a condition for success here. Okay. So let's add that back in. The crash. Conditions of success. Alright. Man, this adventure, I gotta just stop making assumptions. Alright. If the player characters manage to keep the kiss aloft throughout all the stuff, they're already most of the way to the cradle, just 40 miles. Assuming they travel 8 hours per day, it'll only take 2 days to reach it. At your discretion, if they did really bad, it will take longer and life will be harder. And it'll be harder for you as the DM because you got to run more encounters. All right, cool. Run this section of the adventure as an exploration mode. Okay. Let's see. Exploration mode activated. Man, this adventure's got it all, baby. It's got it all. Okay. Encounters where there's no map provided. Assume a barren landscape smeared with rubble. Thanks. Which is difficult terrain. The whole map is difficult terrain. Other natural obstacles of your own design. Perhaps drawing from the natural... Alright, I got it. I got it. We'll go get the desert maps from Afternoon Maps. Alright. So let's see. Maps. You will need all of the desert maps from Afternoon Maps. Good to know. I think I actually already have those. Let me see. I might have snuck those in already. Let's see. Spellscar Desert. That's what they have provided. Big map. They've got the Hoodoo Field, which sounds like it's a particular thing. We got the funeral ship. We don't have a crashed airship. That might be kind of fun. But I don't plan on fighting anything at the airship, so maybe not. But we could. Maybe a crashed airship map. Alright. I guess I don't have those. Okay. Oh, I know what maps I did. I went back and I got some maps for the rodeo. So here's the rodeo map, so you can have a dinosaur rodeo. I found the Hotfoot Hippodrome. Well, look, they got a little hippo. See? There's a hippo in this dance club. And let's see. Oh, Hellside Battle Map. That's good to go. And let's see. Was there another one I had to get? I think that was all I managed to grab. Oh well. Anyways. Want some already prep ones from Monster Hunter? I would love the ones from Monster Hunter. That would be fantastic. Alright. Will they import into my Foundry? I'm on 10, so I don't know. I hope they do. I mean, you know, I got all the maps, but because I'm also on afternoon maps. But man, if you've already got them set up, that'd be great. Let's see. All right, back to the adventure then. Okay. Trek to the Cradle. Meeting moderate. The party's first event occurs 10 miles in. Okay. So let's see. Desert 1. 10 miles in. A dry riverbed. Okay, so sounds like we're gonna need a map. Map. Dry riverbed. Narrow, winding canyon, 20-foot walls of sandstone on either side, trickle of water. Player character who succeeds at DC perception notices strange marks. Creatures. Originally named for their writhing, seaweed-like appearance of the hoodoos in the vicinity. Oh, then we have the hoodoo. I think that's the hoodoo map. Might just be the hoodoo map. Let's see. The creature is extremely intelligent, but their concept of self is vastly different than what passes for normal on Galarian. They don't have a name or even think for themselves as an individual creature. When using telepathic communication with other creatures, the best fit for the creature's conception of themselves is I, while other creatures are generally only distinguished into 3 categories: food, toy, or danger. Just a lot of aliens, a lot of cowboys and aliens going on here. Despite the creature's alien outlook, it is extremely intelligent, curious, and even gregarious when encountering other creatures. They've learned a few words of various local languages through conversations with beings who travel to Spellscar, and often try to use these words. Oh, I'm glad this isn't a fight. That's good. Currently they wear a thunder helm. By fondling it with alternating tentacles, they are oblivious to its lethal nature. I gladly trades the Thunder Helm for another clockwork item of any value. The concept of money is currently far beyond their grasp. A creature who gives or trades a clockwork object gets a +4 diplomacy to influence the creature. Besides being an engaging conversationalist, I knows a good deal about surrounding deserts, though none of the proper names for the things that they've experienced. They can direct the party towards the Cradle of Courts, Scary Glass Castle, as well as the Ulfin Funeral Ship, soft rock full of tasty bugs. If introduced to the concept of bartering, I excitedly attempts to practice trading with their knowledge, promising additional details that they actually don't have in exchange for suitable goods, as the creature, such as a creature to eat. At some point, I becomes bored or hungry and attempts to eat their new friends. No! Ah, why? We could have had an encounter without violence. Pathfinder 2. Why has everything got to be a fight? Oh my god. Okay. At some point I becomes bored or hungry and attempts to eat the new friends. I is bewildered if the party responds violently. They can understand why their food would struggle, but hostility, according to the creature's utterly alien intellect, is an unexpected reaction. I attempts to put down their meal as quickly as possible, and the party must either flee or fight to survive the encounter. Why do they say flee or fight? Is this a tough creature? Withering arms. Oh, writhing arms. Okay. Eye venom. Alright. Primal innate spells. Noxious vapors. Shifting sands. Alright, let me see. Eye. Where are you? It's kind of hard to look up something that's literally named the letter I. Fuck. Alright. Wait, oh, I saw him. Oh, shit. He was there for a second. Okay. Everything that has an I in it is gonna ping this. Okay. We're gonna have to tag this dude to have a different name. Maybe I could get to it from the map. Alright. Where are you, I? Why are there all these secret doors? Just what is this thing? Animated hoodoo. All right. Is I on this map? No? Oh my fucking god. All right. It's trying to show me every single monster that has an I in its name. Which is kind of killing my my Foundry. Oh, I see him. No. Okay. Alright, so we're going to change this to I, the alien trader. There we go. So hopefully we can find it a little bit easier. Alright. Cool. Genderless alien entity of unknown provenance. Okay. Wonderful. Let's get back to the adventure. Let's see. Event 10, Haunted Gun. A few miles east of where they encountered I, the player characters meet another unusual and unfriendly, no shit, stranger. The desert sun beats down, no wind, no shade, no respite. Ahead, a ridge of hills offers the promise of at least some shelter from the blistering sun. Suddenly, a small plume of sand erupts from the ground a few feet ahead, followed by and almost immediately by a crack of a rifle shot. Alright. Palzu was once a low-ranking grunt of a pack of Lamashtu-worshipping gnolls. Okay. Captive hyenas that ranged from across the North Spellscar. On a day like any other, he and his packmates followed their hunt mistress on a siege of a merchant caravan. There are no survivors, or so they thought. One of the caravan guards, a former Alkenstar-based escort named Jax, fought valiantly until she drew her last breath. Somehow her spirit clung to her weapon, an expertly made firearm called Piercing Wind. When Palzu claimed the rifle, the spirit of Jax manifested and possessed the Gnoll. Not any weirder than any of the other shit in this adventure. Palzu watched helplessly as his body used the rifle to slaughter his own clan. Oh, buddy. It has been many years since that fated day. Palzu wandered the desert ever since, hunting demon worshippers and bandits at Jax's command. The rifle allows the Gnoll some freedom, but if the Gnoll tries to discard the weapon or encounters other creatures, the weapon assumes full control. Palzu fires a warning shot from cover to demonstrate his prowess and instill fear in his targets, then attempts to pick off each foe one by one. In Jax's mind, the motley crew of the characters resembles nothing so much as bandits, so the weapon provides all of its abilities to Palzu during the encounter. After 4 rounds, if the party demonstrates their benign intentions, 4 rounds, they have to stand down. Jax realizes his error, reasserts control over Palzu, forcing the Gnoll to kneel in surrender or flee. Damn. Aw, they look so cool. Aw, man. I don't want them to die. Aw. Okay. Howling Bullet. Palzu has rolled initiative but hasn't acted yet. Palzu lets loose a blood-curdling howl while firing his rifle. If Palzu lives and the characters accept his surrender, it's up to them to decide what to do with the unusual hunter. If they invite his companionship, he accedes, give me a fucking break, only at the behest of Jax. Each day, just before dawn, Jax attempts to cast Dominate on Palzu to retain control of the sharpshooter. If Palzu regains agency, he attempts to use Jax to murder the characters in their sleep, oh my god. Or failing that, he simply flees into the desert. He's never been able to establish control before, but like, today's the day, I guess. Because Jax might bring the fight to an end before it truly becomes deadly, the threat category is lower than the severe that we have it statted for. Whatever. The Hoodoo Field Moderate. Oh my god. When the party is more than halfway to the Cradle of Quartz, the player characters spy an unusual rock formation in the distance. Also, we do need a river bank, dry riverbed map. So, now that I have read this, where the hell was this guy supposed to be? Let's see. We're not even at the funeral thing, so we need a map for him also. So, map for a sniper. Okay. Let's see. One of the hoodoo pillars is an animate stone creature. Of course it is. It waits for anything that dares cross its territory. You got to make a 30 perception check to spot it while it's using its stand still ability. Hey, at least it's not indecipherable or indistinguishable from a stone pillar. So you got that going for you. It has a plus 19 to its stealth. It's phenomenal. If it seems like prey might rest here for a while, the hoodoo waits until the characters have their guard down before striking. It would be pretty funny if, like, you waited until they were ready to settle down for the night. Is level 7 high, Dom? I don't even know. Ooh, I got a Scribbles here. What's up, Scribbles? Oh. You can hang out in my lap while I prep. It's okay. Alright, so an animated hoodoo. I think it'd be cool if you waited until they were going to camp, and then they, the hoodoo came to life. Maybe? Camp? Hoodoo? Yeah, I'm going to save that until, like, the last, until the night, because it's halfway through and it's 2 days, right? So, they're looking for a place to camp, they find this place, but they make the check. If they don't make the check, then of course they're camping like right next to it, and then it comes to life. Sorry. It counts as less than severe encounter because they expect players to wait 4 turns of getting shot at to have a peaceful resolution. Are my players meant to read the module ahead? Listen, Hickory Horn Devil. I didn't write this adventure. I'm trying my best here. There's a lot of things in this book 2. There's a lot of things going on in book 2 that I'm not jiving with, you might say. I'm not jiving with. I am going to assume that I don't know. Like, also, if the I understand that many gnolls are evil. I understand that many gnolls are evil. And I understand that Palzu was evil. But Jax has been possessing him and forced him to kill all of his own people, and then has been using him as like a slave ever since. I feel like he wouldn't turn on people who were nice to him and gave him a chance. Like, why would he do that, right? Like, why? If they actually stood down for 4 rounds and they were like, bro, we don't want to fight, it's okay, and then he would be like, oh, okay, that's good, maybe you guys could help me. Like, why does everything in this adventure, as soon as it gets the chance, it's like, I'll kill you. Like, I don't understand. Like, every NPC is either like, I kill you, or they're like, okay, I tolerate you, but I would never travel with you, and I would never fight alongside you, and I would never work with you. Like, those are your 2 options. I understand that, like, the rules are real tight, and the encounters are incredibly well balanced or whatever, and they probably don't want any NPCs traveling with the party and helping them, because that would cause an imbalance to every single encounter. But it just feels like it's creating a situation where none of the NPCs want anything to do with the player characters except to murder them or to get away from them. And I'm having a lot of trouble parsing that out, because I feel like NPCs are one of the best parts of a tabletop role-playing game, and I feel like this adventure doesn't understand that at all. And I also feel like Abomination Vaults doesn't understand that at all. And I don't know if it's just a Pathfinder 2 thing, that because it's such a video gamey system, they don't want to risk any NPC involvement on behalf of the players. So I don't know. I don't know for sure what's going on, but it kind of sucks. We'll figure it out. All right, the Ulfin Funeral Ship. Actually, before we go any further, let's figure out the Jax situation. All right, so Palzu and Jax. Jax is not good. Good people do not force anyone to murder their own family and then enslave them. Okay. Palzu desperately wants freedom. He will not murder the PCs. He will ask for help. Christ. God forbid they have a cool Knoll who's reformed after being, like, forced to murder his own family. Carsophona, I don't like how Abomination Vaults just has a built-in excuse for every shortcoming. Like, I get so tired of that shit. Like, ugh. Yeah. Let's see. Palzu spends 1 round showing off. Palzu spends 2nd round warning them and telling them to flee. Only then does Jax take over and Palzu starts killing. Alright. Okay. So it would be a warning shot as well. Alright. Now that we've addressed that nonsense, let's get on with Ulfin Funeral Ship. Before they arrive at the Cradle of Courts, the party reaches a particular desert site populated by even more peculiar denizens. Of course it does, though the party doesn't need to engage these creatures at all. Indeed, the player characters might choose to leave the ship behind if they're eager to reach the Cradle of Courts. The characters can gain a fair bit from aiding one of the groups inhabiting this strange locale. Alright, from a distance, the site appears as another crag of rock emerging from the rugged terrain. A few hundred feet out, it becomes clear that an Ulfin ship is in fact exactly what it is. What's an Ulfin ship? Is it like a spaceship? Is it a Viking ship? It must be a Viking ship. Ulfin sounds like a Viking ship. It says longship here too. One side of the ship is staved in. Sand covers the main deck. Blah blah blah. Warring factions. A colony of bat-like sprites called Nycteras. Okay, what the fuck is a Nyctera? Alright. Nycteras, or bat sprites. Oh, they're so cute! Oh my god! Oh, so precious! Oh my god. Alright. Are gentle sprites known for their affectionate nature and incredible hospitality. Ah, finally, no murder, right? It's gotta be okay. But the type of bat varies by location, as Nycteras tend to form small colonies in locations with bats similar to their own nature. A Nyctera's sense of hospitality is such that they're willing to share with any who need it, even bitter foes. However, violating their hospitality is one of their greatest taboos, inviting rare anger. They are a CR -1, so I really hope there's not a fight involved with these guys. Let's find out. They're so cute. There are 12 of them. There are 18 of them who make their home in the prow, but they probably won't encounter all of them at once. 12 of them still counts as a baby encounter. Nice. The carved jaws of the giant figurehead open wide, creating a long open space. Deep within the Lenorm's gullet, several pieces of wicker furniture are arranged. Aww. It's little doll furniture in there. Krithni holds court from this end of the boat. During the day, 6 Nycteras keep guard here while their queen and the rest of the Nycteras sleep. So there's a queen of 17 other people? That seems weird. I mean, I guess, you know, it's a video game, it's a cartoon show. If a guard senses danger, they shout in Sylvan to alert the other Nycteras. If the party arrives at the boat after dark or agrees to wait until dusk, Krithni rises from her throne and greets them cordially. The queen is an elderly Nyctera with patchy gray fur that contrasts. Oh my, she is something. Dark brown fur of her subjects. She begins the encounter indifferent to the party, uncertain of their motives, yet hoping for aid against Akrita and his minions. Uh-oh. What's Akrita up to? If the party takes care of the enemies in C3 and 4, Krithni tells the player characters that she knows about the Cradle of Courts. She can describe the temple's general layout. She alludes to the Claws of Time, a terrible beast from another dimension that can't go around corners because he's from Cthulhu book. I can't provide details. She doesn't know anything about Olaman Kosawana or his Clockwork Sphinx. Her crown is a thin silver ventriloquist ring. For helping her, she gives this ring to the party as a token of her friendship. Aww. Though useful in its own right, Krithni explains the ring's true value as a sign of her favor should the characters meet the Nyctera colony within the Cradle of Courts. Okay, that's a cool encounter. I like that. Stern, a trivial encounter. So you just have to go kill 3 Vegemites. What are these things? Vexgits? Oh no, it has the word Vex in it. That's not good. Well, no, it's not Nex, so I guess we're okay. Alright. A Vexgit. This is a gremlin that looks like a crustacean. Okay. They delight in sabotaging the works of others, often turning these works into dangerous traps. An individual Vexgit might jam a door, blah blah blah. Okay, so scorpion gremlins that like traps. I dig it. Alright. A hole inside the ship leads in. Medium or large creatures must squeeze. Squeezing, by the way, in Pathfinder 2e is deadly. You do not want to be squeezing when a fight breaks out against tiny creatures. This would be very bad. The Vexgits in this tunnel, weaker than those in Area 3, are all that remain of a once larger colony that ran afoul of I. Me too. They're led by a giant mutated termite. Okay. Checks out. That calls himself Akrita. Okay. The termite, tired of his own kind, he wandered the mana wastes. Okay. Alright, the termite, he calls himself Akrita, quickly tired of his own kind, and he wandered the mana waste before falling in with the Vexgits. His strange anatomy, strength, relative cunning, and sheer ruthlessness earned him total dominion over the Vexgits in no time. The group pampers a desert viper, a giant desert viper, that lives in this part of the ship, and they revere the serpent as the kind of slithering god. Sure. The viper is content to keep the strange little bugs around as long as they continue to provide it with steady meals. As one does. Is there a picture of this boy? There's no picture. A pity. An absolute pity. Pathfinder 2e. Akrita. Surely someone has been like, I should draw this guy. He's cool. Nah, not really. Oof. Maybe. Is that him? No. We just need like a weird termite man. Alright, I got plenty of termites. So we'll need art for this guy is what it comes down to. Okay. Viking boat with bats and bugs. Need art for Akrita? I don't know. Let's check the adventure. They're not the kind of peeps that like don't leave you that would leave you hanging. I don't think. Akrita. Oh, okay. He does have art. He's pretty gross looking. Alright, so we don't need art for Akrita. That's good. I do like that compared to like a Roll20 adventure, yeah, I'm having to like, you know, pick up a couple of maps, but this is very nice. My joy over this product has not diminished. I want to make that very clear. That it's not diminished at all. Speaking of, we got this sandy desert here. Maybe we should like add some weather while we're thinking about it. Let's go in here and add weather. We will add other embers. And we'll go here and we'll do like sand colored embers. There we go. Yeah. Looks like some sand's blowing around. That's kind of fun. Alright. Probably like throw some stars in there too. Let's see. Nice. Okay. Snare traps. Cool. The spoils of Vex Git's war with the Nycteras are slim but noteworthy, and Krithdi employs the characters to keep these treasures, which are scattered amid the sand in the Vex Git's tunnel. An array of tiny gemstones, a scroll of shatter, and a hemp sack containing 5 lodestone pellets. The bones of an Ulfin warrior named Frey Uldgard still lie at the bottom of this funeral ship, concealed under the desert floor, but accessible from the Vexgit's tunnel. Uldgard is girded in... Why are we talking so much about Uldgard? Does he join the party as a skeleton ally? Because that'd be dope. Uldgard is girded in chainmail armor and bears a favored weapon, his +1 striking spear, a battle axe, 2 throwing axes, a cold iron sword, and a Spellguard shield. Oh, damn. Scattered throughout the grave area is a total of 90 gold worth of silver and gold adornments and grave goods. Aw, you should have to fight him. I know that I said that why do we have to fight everything all the time, but, like, they gave him a name. Frey seems like a lady anyways. Pretty sure Frey's a lady Viking name. We'll do bonus content. Make blah 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 a skeleton undead thing that wants to fight whomever wants their gear. Hype. Alright. And here we go. We made it. Hey. Cradle of Quartz. Yeah. Yeah, we're here. Sweet. Once the party overcomes all the challenges and any other bullshit that you think of, head on in to the Cradle of Quartz. Yes. Alright. So, let's go ahead and grab the synopsis for Cradle of Quartz. Whew. I don't know if we're going to get all the prep done. TBH. I might have to start doing some prep off stream. Alright. Alright, the characters have reached the entrance of the Cradle of Quartz. Within these refractive halls, they are stalked by a shadowy killer that exists in a space between dimensions, a hound of Tindalos, called the Claws of Time. Other strange denizens lurk in the Forgotten Shrine, many that mean the characters harm, but also some, like the Nyctera, relatives of Queen Karithni, who might aid them. Ultimately, the party must penetrate the spherical geode at the Cradle's heart to rescue the High Priest Oloman Kosawana from his interminable fate. I don't know what the fuck that means. Only then can the party return to its crashed airship in the desert, which Kosawana, of course, can easily repair. Oof. Okay. So, let's see. This sounds like it's going to be real spicy. I'm very excited. Let's find out what happens. The Cradle of Quartz. The following areas, starting with Area D, correspond to the map of the Cradle of Quartz found on page 42. Inside the dungeon, everything got a 15-foot ceiling. Hallways have a 10-foot ceiling. Entire complex is well lit by glowing hexagonal quartz crystals set like lamps and sconces on the walls. These crystals also serve as center points for the Claws of Time's tremor sense. Bump, bump, bump. Alright, so let's go here. Let's go to Ulfin Funeral Ship. It said that there's caves on this map. I don't actually see any fucking caves. Is there like layers? Am I missing the caves? I think we're gonna need some caves. Alright. I see like an entrance. Oh, there is a cave. Okay. So is there some way that I activate this? Do they walk underneath it maybe? Let's see. Are we using levels? That's sequencer. Levels? No? Okay. Alright, hold on. Do I hide it? Oh. Okay. It's a very simple cave. Alright. I could definitely see why they want those people removed. It's a problem for sure. Whatever. Let's go ahead and add some weather real quick. So we'll go in here, and we'll do some sparse clouds. They'll be traveling that way, this way, and it's good. And then we'll do embers and stars, and make them brown and tan and save. Beautiful. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Now we're at the Cradle of Quartz. It's a single map, so it's like a one-floor dungeon. Oh, it's a good dungeon, though. That's pretty cool looking. Alright. Very cool, very cool. Okay. One thing I want to check is the lighting situation. Are these colored lights? They are colored lights. That's fun. Okay. Cool. Do I need to test the lights? Let's see. With like a player character maybe? Test dummy. Here we go. It's very bright and not particularly blue. Okay. So, why is that? Let's see. Cradle of Quartz. Config. Lighting. Make it dark. Oh. There we go. Okay. Were you afraid to make it dark outside? I don't understand. Whatever. Okay. So then we will add a sun for outside. There we go. Cool. And then inside, I want to get like, I don't know. I want people to have like a seizure when they see these lights. So while we have all of those selected, grab these also. We will do Control E. Nope, shit. We will do. No, stop. No, please don't. Have mercy. Alright, we will do Shift E. You fuckers. Alright, hold on. Alright, let's try again. Go here, grab this guy. I'm just trying to do mass edit. There we go. And we're going to go to light animation, and let's do flickering lights. Animation resolution, animation speed. That up. Turn that up. Over here, we'll go to attenuation and turn the saturation up a little bit. apply. Ooh, nice. So now, if we select an actor that has eyeballs, hold on. Let's see. Test dummy. Okay. Yeah, that's neat. So now the lights are kind of pulsating a bit. They got a bit of like variation to them. That's pretty fun. Okay. And then this room right here. It feels like, ooh, that's extra spoopy. Oh, I like that. That's fun. Okay. And I kind of want to have some fun with these lights over here. So ooh, that is a cool effect though on those crystals. Yeah. Alright, we can leave that as is. I like it. Okay. Let's keep going. So the Claws of Time, the Hound of Tyndalos, so we've heard so much about it. CR10! Oh my god. I don't think that's appropriate. The creature that ended Bree's clergy all those years ago stalks this complex, the Hound of Tyndalos. The undead who arose from the Hound's victim refer to this aberration as the Claws of Time. As soon as the players enter the underground portion of the Cradle of Courts, the Claws of Time detects them via its lamp vision. The Hound uses this information to track targets and intruders, attacking them at points where it can pick off stragglers or catch the party by surprise. This is why you give them NPC companions, so that they can be killed and, you know, increase like the tension a little bit. Oh, sorry, I see a question here. So with Foundry, do you import module assets off of DriveThruRPG or similar third party, or is it like Roll20 where they are heavy into their exclusive VTT marketplace? Hickory Horn Devil, I purchased the module from Paizo's online store, which is, of course, its own trial in and of itself. But all I did was purchase it. Then I went to Foundry and gave them the registration code, and I said I purchased this. And then they were like, "Cool, dude. Here's your stuff." And then it's all made for me. I didn't have to do any work at all. So I've just kind of been going through and checking things out as I go. It's been very, very nice. Yep. Let's see. It was kind of pricey though. Like an adventure on Roll20 set you back like $50. I think for all 3 books for this adventure, I did end up spending over $100. So yeah, but it's like it's worth the money. It's so much better than anything that you would ever get. Look at this. What Costawana knows? I click on it, it opens it up. There's a picture of them. There's buttons that jump from area to area. They roll dice. There's things that explain every status effect that's happening. Cross-referencing to every character that gets mentioned. If there's a check to be made, I'll click a button and it'll throw the check into chat, and then the players can hit the button and do the check that it's asking for. Literally, like, holds your hand through every part of the process. It's incredible. These numbers, they're not just here to tell me what room it is. If I click on this, it opens up that part of the adventure. It tells me what's happening in that adventure. It tells me about the monsters. I mean, it's just incredible. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. All of the miniatures customized for this adventure. They all like look really good. They're all set up. There's no red circle that says like cockatrice on it. Like they actually just give you the miniatures that you need for the adventure. It's really good. It's really, really good. Let's see. The Claws of Time sounds like something you don't want to fuck around with, being honest. I wouldn't want to fight a CR10 monster at level 10. So I can't imagine that level 6 people are going to want to fight one. A wide paved road covered by blown sand leads to a two-level platform set before the temple's entrance. A stone shelf above the entry provides shade. The double door is 10 feet tall and made of weather-beaten bronze. A flock of desert cockatrice shelters from the sun. Of course they do. Under the entrance's overhang. The cockatrices don't leave the shade unless threatened. If they're desert cockatrice, do they turn you into sandstone? Anyways, let's see. Calcification. A peck from the cockatrice hardens your flesh. Let's see. A target must succeed at a DC 20 Fortitude or become slowed 1 or 2. That's not too bad. Further failed saves against calcification increase the slowed condition. Once a creature's actions are... Oh, they stack. Oh, normally status effects don't stack, right? Like the new number overrides the old number, I think. Once a creature's actions are reduced to 0 by calcification, they are petrified. Every 24 hours after being petrified, you can make a save to recover. Another good reason to have NPCs around. In case your character gets turned to stone in the middle of the fucking desert, and there's no way for you to, like, introduce a new character in the middle of the desert, so you can just play as one of the NPCs until you get your character back. Ah, my god. Alright, that's cool. I like cockatrice. That's fun. What do we got here? It's like a secret entrance? Secret entrance? It's got a window. I don't know how much of a secret it is. That's cool, though. Alright. I don't know why these boys are hidden. Is it in case the DM doesn't want to use them? Let's see. Alright. So then the adventure says... entrance hall. This hexagonal chamber evokes the shape of a crystal, with perfectly flat walls rising 20 feet high, angling inward towards the chamber center, and meeting at a central point 40 feet above the floor. The walls are inset with flat crystal faces in decorative patterns that mimic a humanoid form composed of gears and wheels. 2 sets of corridors lead further into the complex on either side of the bronze doorway, each partially obscured by tattered scraps of rotten curtains. To the east is an angular dais with 3 stone steps carved from translucent stone. The Cradle of Course's foyer is an impressive sight. The wall-mounted torches are specially crafted ever-burning torches whose light reflects off the multitude of crystalline facets around the chamber. Atop the dais sits a simple chair, its upholstery frayed. The shrine Skelm Droxolos would hold court here, which we learned that a Skelm is a boy hag last week. Standing in the center of this hall is a brass-colored construct crafted in the likeness of a regal sphinx. This is Kosawana's clockwork cat, upon which the inventor was fleeing Alkenstar. The clockwork sphinx is awaiting its master's return in standby mode. Its intimidating presence also inadvertently keeping the Herexans penned. I know what those are. Those are magic zombies. In Area D6. When the player characters enter this area, the Sphinx activates and issues a grinding roar. If the characters don't immediately flee, the Sphinx leaps towards them and attacks with the aim of driving the party from the Cradle of Courts. It doesn't pursue them beyond the temple threshold, but otherwise fights until destroyed, like everything does. Alright, that's cool. There is a secret door in the wall behind the chair. Character who seeks around the dais succeeds in a DC 20 perception check. It ain't that secret. Can be rotated and ensconced. Doing so causes the walls to shift aside, revealing area D3. So that probably has a button that you could click to activate the secret door. Maybe. Let's see. Set into the walls? Oh. The walls are treasure chests. That's cool, I guess. Oh, because they can just take the lamps if they wanted to. Okay, that's fun. Okay. I mean, you could get hella rich taking all these lanterns with you. Like 15 gold apiece. Nice. Alright. Fun. Let's see. Clockwork Sphinx. I gotta stop hitting that button. Oh, that looks cool. Okay. So the Clockwork Sphinx is a CR8 creature. That's a severe encounter. So the CR10 would be just deadly. Just a deadly encounter. Alright. Secret Chamber. False Prophet's Dome. Droxelos used this secret chamber to store records of the concurrent heresy, as well as more earthly valuables. The leather-bound book is an endless grimoire where Droxelos recorded his notes and heinous plans for destabilizing the Temple of Bree. Although reading the entire volume would take most readers several days, it contains every detail related to the founding of the Cradle of Courts, Droxelos' role in the 13th Ordinal, and all the deceptions that he employed. His true goal to trick these pilgrims into venerating the outer god Yog-Sothoth. Sothoth. Another Cthulhu thing. In the stone chest, Droxelos stowed assorted gems and valuable objects stolen from the Temple of Bree. Altogether, the mundane treasure is worth 450 gold. In addition to these valuables from the gift shop, the chest contains 2 magic items: the clear quartz octagon aeon stone and a winder's ring. Sounds good. Hall of Worship. Once a worship chamber of some kind, this hall has been thoroughly looted and vandalized. Oops, I moved the wrong thing. Hold on. Ah, no. Shit. Hold on. You know what? What level of the party when they get here? What a great question, Dom. What a phenomenal thing to ask. Super good question. I would know that information for sure. Uh, and I'll tell you that information any second now. I don't remember, Dom. Let's see. But that would be good to know. The party should reach level 6 when they reach the Cradle of Courts. There you go. So they're only level 6. So yeah, CR8 is going to be a severe encounter. CR10 is literally instant death if this creature gets a hold of you. CR10 monster, instant death. I don't know what they're going to do. They're out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know where they're going to get new characters from if they die. It seems like a real bad situation out here. But who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's see. I wish the Claws of Time looked cooler, I'm gonna be honest. It just, I don't know. Like, look at these other Hounds of Tindalos that we could have had. Like, this thing. Look at that. That's awesome. What about this guy right here? Incredible. What do we got here? Okay. We got this boy right here. So, like, I don't know. Maybe, look at that one. Oh, buddy. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one right there. We're going to use that one. Boop. Let's see. This is a non-negotiable Hound of Tindalos for sure. So let's see. We're going to upgrade this art. So first thing we actually want to do is upgrade Claws of Time, for sure. Yeah, this is definitely a Mr. X situation. You have the right of it, sir. Absolutely. Alright. Let's go back into the thing. What else we got? Secret Chamber, it's full of treasure, Hall of Worship, ostensibly dedicated, character who succeeds at DC 27 religion. Carvings of Aklo. Aklo is bad guy language. Dark Tapestry, carving the basalt altar, linking the chapter, not to Bree, the chapel, not to Bree, but to Yog-Sothoth. The antechamber to the west was once a vestibule. The sarcophagus on the altar contains the body of the highest-ranking cog from the Temple of Bree to fall for Droxelos' lies. The cog's name is lost to history. Let's see. It's been years since someone left this profane. This is the sarcophagus absorbs some of the malignant energies the monstrosity animates. Wait, the scaresophagus. Oh no! Please tell me that's not buddy. Okay. It's a real thing. It's like just a straight up. It's a Pokemon. It's Cophagius or whatever the hell it is. Oh, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to use this monster. That's embarrassing. It's also very disrespectful. Um, mm, not a fan. It looks really dumb. All right, hold on. Hmm. All right, what other sarcophagus monsters could we possibly use instead? Let's see. A sarcophagus mimic. That sounds pretty dope. We got this in color? That's really cool. I mean, I could color it in Photoshop, I guess. What do we got here? All right, that's cooler. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't mind this one. This one's kind of cool. All right. Why is looking dumb a bad thing? I don't know. I don't like it. This is the Pokemon I was referring to, by the way. It's pretty much just that Pokemon. Alright, swap coffin monster art. There you go. I mean, admittedly, this is like even cooler, but I don't know. It's fine. So cool. Oh, right. Back to work. Back to work. Scaresophagus. Oh, that happened. Antechamber. This room appears to be a vestibule for the chapel to the east. Scattered among the torn books and broken pottery are bones, some of which have been split, like logs. Two of the priests sought refuge here while the claws of time wreaked vengeance upon their colleagues. Cool. In the aftermath of the massacre, both rose as undead abandoned zealots. Abandoned zealot is apparently a type of monster, not the state that the zealots are in. The zealots ignore combat here, remaining in quiet meditation. Well, that's convenient. They attack only if disturbed, or if a creature attempts to take any of the ruined items from the vestibule. Okay. Priest chamber. Each of the alcoves contains the remains of a bed, a work table. The last priests of Brui, who believed in the concurrent heresy, are still here after a fashion, because they're undead. When Kosawana arrived, he stationed his Clockwork Sphinx Guardian to protect the foyer. Wary of the Mechanical Sphinx, the Herexan resigned themselves to remain trapped in these alcoves. If the Herexan hear noise in D2 or D4, they will rush to join the fray. This increases the threat level of those encounters to severe for a 6th level party. Against the Sphinx, the Herexan initially attacked the Clockwork Guardian, using the player characters as erstwhile allies to clear their path. That's kind of dope. But once the Sphinx is destroyed, they attack the party as well, targeting any in particular who wears overt Briite imagery. Alright, that's pretty cool. That's fun. These guys really aren't that tough, so I mean, that's kind of neat. Cracked alcove. Upon examination of the bones and the corpse are clearly humanoid. Let's see. Recall knowledge. Pin-sized holes are tunnels of sportle boars. Tiny bugs that can imitate dried fruit, nuts, and other common rations. That's not good. The character who succeeds the DC 25 medicine check or recall knowledge determines the corpse's cause of death as a pest infestation of some sort, as though the bugs devoured her from the inside out. The corpse was a desert traveler who sought refuge in the Cradle Court. She stayed in this chamber for several days, eating her tainted rations, hoping to wait out whatever caused her so much stomach pain. It's a hard world. The bugs infesting her food eventually killed her. There are sportleboars silently crawling into the bags of anyone who rests in this alcove. Roll a secret perception check for each character who spends more than 1 hour in this chamber. On a success, the characters notice bugs crawling into their food stuff. Sportleboar infestation. I love it. I also like this Briite Hexen. Do I get a Briite Hexen for this? Let's see. Hex. Aw. Herexen, my bad. Maybe we do. Herexen. We do get a Briite Herexen. Fun. Special edition. Let's see. 2 chambers. Heretical Monks of Bree. Okay. They are Kurobozus. I'm not even looking it up. Let's see. More undead monks. Incomplete tunnel. Droxelos had ordered the expansion of the Critical Court's tunnels when the Claw of Time put an end to his plans. Flooded room. Okay, swollen door separates this room. Briites use this room to catch rainwater. Nice. Ingenious series of reservoirs. Okay. The reservoirs and channels have mostly eroded over the decades, though a bit of water still dribbles down the walls into the pools here. A group of Nycteris making their home here, entering and exiting the building by flitting through the drainage channels in the ceiling. These Nycteris are cousins of those living in the Ulfen funeral ship in the Spellscar Desert. If the characters befriended the Queen and display the ring she gave them, these guys recognize the sacred item, which is described as literally just a silver ring, but that's fine, and offer to help the party as best they can. The Nycteris know the layout of the Cradle of Courts through the location of various undead horrors throughout. Nycteris can tell the characters an odd human, Kosawana, recently found his way into the Cradle. They also say, watch out for that fucking Claws of Time guy. Oh wait, the Claws of Time, the Nycteris observe, can't go near the orb. The Hound of Tyndalos has shown curiosity towards the Nycteris, but no outright hostility. Perhaps because the sprites scuttle to safety whenever the Hound comes near. If the characters don't bear Grithne's ring, the Nycteris are initially unfriendly towards the player characters and ask the party to leave them alone. Aww. Even though they're supposed to be really nice. Damn, they've been through a lot of shit. Public Archive. Shelves are carved into the stone walls of this chamber, filled with scrolls and text of all sizes. A large bronze gear is set decoratively into the eastern wall. Most of the reading material here crumbles to dust, but there is a secret door. They open a secret door. They go into the secret archives. Inside the secret archives, we really hit you in the face with the fact that this is for Yog-Sothoth. Prospective applicants believe they are being inducted into a higher order, one that used more than just logic of design as its basis. Numerous Briites fell for the Droxelos' duplicates before the Claws of Time put a bloody end to the whole charade. The Shrine Skelm Droxelos still haunts the Cradle of Courts. Ooh, that's fun. The last to be claimed by the Hound of Tyndalos, Droxelos spent weeks living in terror before the Claws of Time finally slew him. Perhaps as a form of divine punishment for his crimes, his spirit rose as a specter, a boy hex cleric specter. With no living creatures to feed on and unable to leave the area, the spectral priest now suffers from the effects of pain starvation. He begins the combat encounter with the party quickened. Oh. Once free of his pain starvation, Droxelos boasts of his vile plan. That's the first thing he wants to do after he's done being hungry, is brag. He brags some more, and he brags some more. If Kosawana is present to hear this, he sinks to his knees, stunned by the revelation. Hell yeah. This long hallway appears more like a natural fracture in the rock. The eastern wall is covered with giant hexagonal prisms. This was the first portion of the Cradle Courts discovered by Halcourt the Fisher over a century ago. Halcourt stumbled into the caves from a sinkhole atop the cliff and discovered a stunning wall of quartz that captured his heart and imagination. He spent many moons in these caves, though when he emerged from it, it was as if no time had passed at all. The Wanderer's Tale eventually reached the Temple of Bree, which is an excavation. Dazzlingly pretty, the crystal wall is of little value. Even the purest quartz crystals fetch a meager price in major cities like Alkenstar, where such stones are a silver per dozen. No creatures dwell specifically in this hall, but if the party makes it here and the Claws of Time hasn't made its final attack yet, it does so now. It's CR10. Like, what do you want me to do, Paizo? Just kill my party? I guess we're going to find out. Chamber of the Orb. The ceiling of this hexagonal chamber comes to a pyramidal point nearly 80 feet above the black stone floor. Goddamn. The most striking feature of the room, however, is front and center. A massive hemisphere of dazzling sandstone 40 feet across. The orb, only half of which is visible above the stone floor in which it is set, is impossibly smooth, like a massive ball bearing or glass marble. This spherical amalgamation of quartz dust would be a wonder of the natural world if it weren't a tremendous geode. When Harcourt the Fisher came upon the orb, he claimed he felt a supernatural compulsion to get close to it. A secret door. Examining the exterior of the sphere shows no way into the hollow wonder. The entrance is below the stone floor. A player character who does a DC 25 perception check while seeking the stone tiles discovers it. Below the tile is a stone compartment just big enough for an average human. From this compartment, one can still access the spectacular interior of the geode. I think I understand that. Central geode. This hollow amethyst geode is as perfectly smooth on its interior face as its exterior. If not for its luster, sheen, and array of colorful hues, it would be easy to mistake the orb's interior for glass or obsidian. A disc-shaped platform of purest iron floats in the center of the sphere. A 5-foot-tall, 5-foot-wide segment has been cut from the lower half of the sphere, which leads to a compartment outside the geode, below the level of the stone floor surrounding the orb. I think I understand. Coast. All right, let me look at the map. What do we got going here? This is what he knows. All right. There's a secret door here. There's no alternative maps here. It's a geode. You're just trying to get to the center of the geode? Okay. It's a little weird. Chamber of the Orb. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Costawana ran halfway through the cradle of Quartz's monster-infested halls before discovering the temple's most dangerous enemy, the Claws of Time. Always a smart move, running through the dungeon. He discovered the false tile that led into this geode in a moment of sheer desperation. In his words, it was as though my hand were being guided by something beyond myself. Bree guided him to safety, though no one could prove this fact, and Costawana is unwilling to entertain it. Why would Bree do that if he broke one of the tenets of her faith by making his Pinocchio slave that we encountered in Chapter 1? Feels a little weird if Bree would do that. He was safe from the Hound of Tindalos since it could not teleport anywhere within the perfectly smooth orb. Wow. Incredibly lucky. Droxelos added the iron platform floating in the center of the orb. The platform is similar to an immovable rod, but it can only be activated or deactivated by a devotee of Yog Sothoth, making it beyond the ken of most player characters to remove. I'd hope so. Aside from its amazing natural beauty and the unlikeliness of its formation, there's nothing remarkable, magical, or supernatural about this massive geode. Rather than detract from its magnificence, this mundanity perhaps explains why the Breeites, a pragmatic bunch who cherishes logic and planning over unpredictability and unknowing, so cherish this place. Whatever. Oloman Costawana is here, hiding in the only place the Claws of Time can't reach, which we've established 7 times. He leaves the safety of the geode only if the Hound is defeated. Wow, so he doesn't even help you fight the CR10 monster. Weary of life, Costawana doesn't want to fight in combat. He does have a +1 dagger that he half-heartedly uses to defend himself. More of this bullshit. If necessary, Costawana has the game stats of a priest of Pharasma. However, he can't cast divine spells or use any of his usual divine abilities until he atones for his heresy. Oh, so he did commit heresy. Why would God spare him? Maybe, I don't know, she's got bigger plans for him. They don't have a lot of people signing up right now. I don't know what gods think. However, he can't cast divine spells, blah, blah, blah. Considering his personality and all he's seen, this outcome is highly unlikely. and would take many months. Ugh, man. What Kosawana knows. After the Claws of Time are dispatched and Kosawana freed, the inventor shows obvious signs of stress and fatigue, no doubt. If he discovers his deeply held beliefs in the concurrent heresy are nothing but fiction, such as encountering Droxelos or reading the Skelm's Grimorum from D3, he breaks down, fainting and remaining comatose for 1d8 hours, or until revived with any kind of healing magic. Oh my god. Yep, frequently stress comas can be cured with 1 hit point of magical healing. Olamon Kosawana remains despondent and morose even after he recovers. He has an initial attitude of indifference towards the party. If the party improves his attitude of friendly or helpful, playing the social minigame, he shows some interest in the party's story, asking how his characters solve the puzzle about his health of, the health of his cat, the safety of his Pinocchio, and so on and so forth. Regardless of the exact nature of the torturous conversation, it takes several hours of frustrating discussion to pry the full story from the disengaged inventor. Goddamn, dude. He doesn't want to fight, but we did want to show you in the picture, man has a dagger. Piece by piece, Kosawana explains what happened. How he spiraled into despair after witnessing Vashon Gallabry's Pyronite demonstration. How he became even more despondent. Blah, blah, blah. Mogland snatched the formula from his workbench and overheard him say something about testing the explosive at a demonstration in the Steaming Kingdom, whatever that means. We came all this way to be told that it was too late anyways. I love it. Kosawana left clues for his old colleagues who believe to search for them. No one cares about you, man. Before activating his wing construct to escape the robbers. Your wing construct that is like a boss monster, and then the robbers that... whatever. Okay. I feel like he overreacted a bit. He fled to the Cradle Course, hoping the ancient shrine might hold a key to turn back time, so he could stop Gallabry before he invented Pyronite. Jesus Christ. Kosawana isn't interested in discussing any of his previously held conspiracy theories about time travel. He burns all his notes. He feels bad. He renounces his faith, poops his pants, cries, blah, blah, blah. If the characters don't intervene, Kosawana turns to the worship of Grotius, god of the end times. Wow. In the months to come, he becomes fanatical doomsayer, preaching on the streets of Alkenstar, prophesizing the end of the world at the hands of those who wield powerful explosives like Pyronite. Okay. Returning to Alkenstar, when Kosawana hears the party arrive via airship and must return to the broken down vessel to return to Alkenstar, he shows a rare spark of enthusiasm. Plot enthusiasm. With or without prompting, he gathers the tools and spare parts left in the Cradle of Courts and awaits the temple's entrance to return. Okay, so, hear me out. How do they beat the CR10 monster, you guys? Like, am I missing something? Like, how are they going to beat the CR10 monster that's hunting them in this dungeon? They're level 6. I'm confused. Let's see. I'm gonna ask Paizo again. Okay. I feel like they'd be spoilers though. Maybe if I spoiler tag it, that should be okay. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. There we go. Let's see. Pathfinder 2E Encounter Calculator. Yet another encounter calculator. Great. Number of players. 4. No, I have 6. No, I have 5 players. 5 level 6. And let's see. 1 monster. Hound of Tinder. It is level 10. It says that will only be a moderate encounter. That's what it says. So maybe I'm worrying about them for nothing. Maybe having that 5th player is a good idea. So what if there was only 4 of them? Let's see. I don't think that's right. Is it really? You're not calculating anything. You're just making this shit up. Hit this. Okay. 1 or more monsters are out of bounds. Ha! You think? Please keep their level from -4 to +4 relative to the party average. Bro, I'm trying. So the calculator won't even... Oh, okay, hold on. Extreme. Let's see. Wow. Okay, never mind. So the calculator's like, this monster's too hard for them to fight, period. Oh, maybe, but the guy said he's not going to leave until it's defeated. And he's not going to help them defeat it. This guy's just a real poop, gonna be honest. I don't know what we're supposed to do here. Let me look at the dungeon one more time. Is there some secret afoot here that we need to know about? I don't know. I'm gonna change out the lighting here, though. Hold on. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. Aw, why didn't it update all my lights? I mean, updating lights really isn't, you know, what I should be doing right now. I should be trying to solve this here mystery, but I feel like it's gonna be an issue. Is the problem? Let's see. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Grab this, put this here. I'm gonna go ahead and change it to fairy light. Ooh, that's really cool. Anyways, check the monster stat block. It might have a glaring weakness. Well, it can't go around corners or something. Let's see. Claws of Time. Alright. Let's see. The Claws of Time. Oh, it's tagged weak. It's somehow elite and weak at the same time. It has a +22 to its attack rolls. How could it be elite and... Alright, hold on. Monster is weak, monster is elite. Alright, maybe this isn't the best encounter calculator. Hold on. Okay. Building encounter rules. XP budget. Party +4 is an extreme threat solo boss. So it's technically within the rules for it to be an extreme threat solo boss. Oh, those are the buttons to turn them into those things. Oh. Okay, well then, yeah, this is an extreme threat solo boss. So I guess that means they could do it. It does say it's vulnerable to curved space. When a Hound of Tindalos is not adjacent to a structural angle of 90 degrees or more acute, its resistance to physical damage is suppressed, and it becomes sickened 1, and it can't recover from the sickened condition. But the condition ends automatically once it is again adjacent to a suitable angle. So, let's see. A structural angle of 90% or more. What does that mean? Oh, so like this. If it's standing like in a corner, it has to stand in a corner, or it's like doesn't have any resistances. Okay, maybe that'll make it manageable. Angled entry. The Claws of Time casts a 4th level dimension door, but it must transport itself to a space adjacent to an angle 90% or more acute. Well, it says 90% or more acute. What does 90 degrees or more acute mean? Right angles measure 90 degrees. Obtuse angles measure more than 90 degrees. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Okay, or more acute means smaller than 90. Smaller than 90. I know because there's a video here. See, this says types of angles, right and acute. Acute means less than 90 degrees. Alright, so this actually works out really well because if you notice in this dungeon, there are not a lot of 90-degree angles for this creature to teleport to or stay by. But you will notice that the creature has an occultism DC of 37 to learn anything about it. So that's going to be rough. Yeah. Okay. I guess it's doable. It's just going to be really hard, and that's fine. Let's keep going. Alright. We made it out of the fucking dungeon. Chapter 4, The Steaming Kingdom. Ooh, it shows eyeball guys. I love those eyeball guys. Alright, so now we're going to the Steaming Kingdom. As soon as the characters return from the Spellscar Desert, which somehow, even though they had 50 encounters when they were trying to get there, on the way back, they don't have any encounters on the airship. It's all wonderful. Whatever. Let's see. The party must deflect the Gilded Gunner's siege on a high-class speakeasy called the Steaming Kingdom. Then track the gang to their hideout, where they finally come face-to-face with their arch-rival, Ambrose Mugland. Alright, I want to add a couple of things about Ambrose Mugland real quick. So, first of all, he needs his own prep section. So, campaign prep, we got to have an Ambrose section, and we got to have a Loveless section. We need to learn the lore, and we need to seed the evil, and we need to connect to the players. And we got to do the same thing on Mugland as well. Because I don't want what happened with Red Handed Doom to happen with this game. I don't want them to, like, get to the end, and it's like, who the fuck are these guys? And you're like, they're the bad guys. Your arch rival. Like, why do they keep calling him their arch rival? He said, I don't know. So we gotta establish that. They finally come face to face with their arch rival Ambrose Mugland. However, the Gilded Gunners' leader, Sabora Sharkosa, stands in the way of their revenge. The party can either pay off Mugland's debts to Sharkosa to purchase the right to kill him, or they can try to get through Sharkosa by force. Okay. Either way, with his dying breath, Mugland laughs in the characters' faces and reveals their efforts have been in vain. Why? Why would you laugh? Aren't you a businessman that cares about money? With the help of Deputy Loveless, he has already sold the formula for Pyronite to a pair of treacherous buyers. Did you turn into the Joker at the last minute? Like, did you just want to watch the whole city get blown up? I don't know. Mugland's plan. Let's find out. Ambrose Mugland's current plan is straightforward. Pay off his sizable debt to the Gilded Gunners by giving them enough Pyronite to blow up the gold-filled vault of his rival, Vivail Ramsley, owner of the Steaming Kingdom. This is all news to me. The Gilded Gunners leader, Sabora Sharkosa is devoting only a portion of her gang's resources to the endeavor. In the meantime, she and the rest of her gang are holding Muglin as collateral at their hideouts. If the heist succeeds, she'll let him go. If, on the other hand, the plot fails, Sharkosa has other ideas for Muglin, most of which involve interminable hard labor, excavating more rooms in her gang's hideout. That's not too bad. On the evening of the heist, 2 Gilded Gunner assassins entered the Steaming Kingdom, posing as patrons but carrying concealed weapons. Oh no! In a world with haversacks and oh man, bags of holding. Where did they conceal them? It's crazy. Of course, the Gilded Gunners don't think the bartender stands a chance of surviving once the bullets start flying. These advanced gunners play darts in the southwestern communal area where they can scope out customers and security. If anything seems amiss, they call off the heist until the next day. If all seems normal, they remain incognito until the shooting starts. Oh man. According to the Dunsmith information, the Gilded Gunners will attempt to test their Pyronite formula at the Steaming Kingdom tomorrow night, giving the player characters just over 24 hours. How convenient! They made it back in town with the freshly repaired airship and no encounters on the way back, and they got back just in time to have 24 hours to prepare. They spend their time wherever they wish, though Dunsmith suggests the party visit the speakeasy to study its layout and meet the proprietor. I don't understand. Does the proprietor know? She's very busy, but she'll carve out a few minutes to meet the characters in one of the Steaming Kingdom's private saunas. Sure. Let's see these saunas. Show me the saunas. I want to see them. Let's see. The Steaming Kingdom. Guess we don't need a map for the Steaming Kingdom, because it's already here. Well, that's a pretty nice, that's pretty nice, actually. Man, I'll use this map in another campaign. Damn, that's fucking good. Alright. Works for me. Let's see. The Steaming Kingdom occupies what was once a half dozen disparate cellars. Oh, wait, hold on. She meets in the sauna. She is shrewd. That's good to know. Her security can handle Muglin's petty goons, I assure you. I cannot shutter my establishment on the basis of rumors. Dumbsmith and Ramsley insist the players don't draw attention while at the Steaming Kingdom. If they make a scene or spook the gunners, the gang might call off the assault, and there would be no telling when or where they might strike again. Okay, that's fair. Dunsmith encourages the player characters to blend in with the speakeasy's patron, or otherwise make themselves scarce until the raid begins. Once bullets start flying, it's not like they're one of the most wanted people in the city. That'll be easy to do. Once bullets start flying, the party can launch a counterattack. I like the fact there's going to be a shootout in this fancy club, though. That's pretty cool. On the evening of the scheduled attack, ask what each character does while they wait. Once the characters establish their positions in the speakeasy and what they're doing, run events 13, Assassins, and 14, Gunner Assault. Alright, so what's going on here? The ceilings are 10 feet high, oil-fueled lamps, there is sweet-smelling steam everywhere, and it has a rickety appearance, but it's real nice on the inside. There is apparently a trash robot. There is stage seating. There is a female goblin troubadour. Do we get a picture of her? Alright, we're going to need art for her for sure. Alright, so let's see. Kapiki. Alright. Alright. Need art for Smexy Goblin Singer. Alright. Let's see. Crowd spilling over from the stage. There's the default map, communal tables, bathhouses. Wait, maybe she does have it. Hold on. Let's see. We got trash robot, and we've got stage. Oh, never mind. We don't need sexy. She's already absolutely gorgeous. All right, no sexy goblin needed. We got it. Hold on. Okay, great. Man, this adventure just got it all. Every aspect, every angle's covered. Even the acute angles that I learned about today. Oh yeah, that's true. Like he has a, this man's got a finger chopped off somewhere, right? Like for sure. Let's see. Kitchen, private suite, office, inner sanctum, Ramsley plots her takeover of Alkenstar's nightclubs and illicit businesses. That's cool. Explosive steam trap. I'm into it. Weapons and armor. Weapons are forbidden in the Steaming Kingdom, though few customers actually abide by this rule. Just about everyone carries a dagger or discreet pistol. Look up concealable shit in the Advanced Player's Guide. One-handed firearms in a concealed holster. See the Guns and Gears book. Are easy to sneak in. Okay. Who is this guy? Nalgir Jameki. Who the hell are you? Alright. Muglin knows when to split his bets. To make sure the Pyro Knight test at the Steam Kingdom goes according to plan, Bruddy, you are having financial issues. You can't keep hiring people to try to take care of your financial problems. Oh my god. Assassins aren't cheap. Someone needs to give this Muglin guy some serious, financial counseling. To make sure the Pyro Knight test at the Steam Kingdom goes according to plan, he hired a fiendish assassin named Nalgir Jameki. He's a shape-changing div. Pretty sure I know what divs are. They're like dream demons. Called Peraka. He uses duplicity and guile to lower his target's guard, and then attacks when they least suspect. Jameki adopted an appearance he believed is attractive or alluring to one or more of the player characters. A dashing goblin playboy. For sure. Regardless, his clothes are always a beautiful indigo blue that stands out. Alright, so we're going to need some Jameki art, for sure. Jameki needs some sexy, alluring, blue-skinned / clothed personas. Alright. Let's see. Jameki brought 3 Agashes with him. Those are the Pathfinder Nothics. The Cyclopean divs wait outside the Steaming Kingdom until he sends them a telepathic order to commence their attack. They wear thick, heavy cloaks to hide their faces and bodies until it's time to rush into the speakeasy and wreak some havoc. Alright. This sounds like it's going to be a pretty good fight. I wish there was more people with guns. Oh, here's the guns. Okay. Depending on how furtive the party has been throughout the campaign, Muglin might know the location of their hideout. In this case, he sends Nalgir to greet them in advance. The night before the Gilded Gunners attack at the Steaming Kingdom, Nalgir infiltrates the barrel and bullet saloon in disguise. Oh, he uses his Tormenting Dreams ability to fill one of the characters' dreams with visions of failure and doom, but he doesn't outright attack the characters unless confronted. That's fun. Okay, I like that. You've been out in the desert for for a week. You almost died. You dealt with a Cthulhu monster. Yeah, right? Muglin's just like, you gotta spend money to make money, but I'm gonna apply that to every part of my life, including the part where my life's in danger. I'm gonna get killed because I borrowed too much money. I'm gonna borrow a little bit more, hire a couple of more demon assassins. Just how you do it. That's crime, baby. That's how you do crime. Muglin is a fucking mess. What a fucking mess. Oh my god. I'm gonna make him a real son of a bitch. I'm gonna have him kill kids. I'm gonna have him kill dogs, puppies. He's gonna kick puppies in the face. Gonna skull crush a kitten. I'm just gonna make him the most terrible son of a bitch in the world. So when all of his stuff starts falling apart at this point in the campaign, everybody's just gonna be so happy. They're just gonna be so happy. I'm excited. All right. Gilded Gunner Assault. A few minutes after the div assassins. Well, they're still reeling from the div attack. Why can't I just have them show up with the div assassins? Is that not okay? Could be fun. Just saying. So we're gonna say event 13. After 3 rounds, start event 14. What could possibly go wrong? Question mark. All right. The attack consists of 6 gilded gunners total, 4 veteran assassins. Sounds fun. 2 expert safecrackers. 2 of the assassins are already inside. At the beginning of the attack. Refer to Muglin's amazing plan. The other 2 burst into Area E2, causing a panic, grabbing patrons to use as shields, turning over tables, and so forth. Are there rules for using people as shields? The 2 safecrackers, still under the effects of their invisibility potions, head towards Area E13. In addition, the Gilded Gunners have drawn the bartender into their schemes with promises of wealth. How could you, Mr. Bartender? You son of a bitch. How could you? Oh, there he is. He doesn't even have a name. That's... Ah, man. Okay. He's just named Steaming Kingdom Bartender. That's not suspicious. Stopping the Gunners. Below is a brief breakdown of the Gunners' actions round by round. Round 1. Assassins in the area shoot the guards and use patrons as human shields. The bartender grabs his dwarven scattergun and shoots the nearest guard. The 2 incognito assassins in air... I like that they just tell me how it goes. They got this nice choreograph thing going on. Do I just, like, kill the guards, like, automatically? Or... Also, they got these patrons over here that are very clearly assassins. So, that's awkward. Like, they're labeled assassins and everything. Alright, so this is going to require some work. Alright. Many of the tokens inside the Steaming Kingdom map will need some work. Lots of art swaps. Alright, so this is a Steaming Kingdom guard. Can you be killed with a single shotgun? You have 60 hit points. How strong is a shotgun? Am I just supposed to, like, story time, like, kill these people automatically? Not sure I like that. I don't like just being like, yeah, they're dead. I don't know. Feels weird. The Gilded Gunner assassins shoot any guards or patrons who resist, though most are too surprised by the assault and the bartender's betrayal. The safecrackers move through the kitchen and storage room to open the secret door. Ramsley hears the commotion and casts Clear Audience. It's fair. The safecrackers enter the area, are engaged by... Yeah, we definitely need to have this happen during the attack by the Nothics. It just seems like... Dom, why do you keep doing that? Do you lie to your players, Dom? I'm trying to run this adventure raw, okay? I can't just, like, have guards suddenly not have any hit points. That's crazy. Alright, it is a lot cooler, though, just to have the, have them fucking die. But, the safecrackers use the insistent door knocker to enter Ramsley's office. Combat continues. The safecrackers set a pyronite bomb at the door. The pyronite explodes at the end of the hall, destroying the door and causing the ceiling to collapse. Oh no! Ramsley is badly wounded in the explosion and then trapped under the rubble. See the burial rules. Alright, on page 518 of the core rulebook. The safecracking team re-enters the area, but is stymied by the collapsed area. The bomb too big. The safecrackers realize they blew up the wrong door. Oh my god. Muglin cannot catch a fucking break. Which they set against the... They have one more Pyronite Rod, which they set against the actual vault door. They attach the alchemical fuse to the Pyronite and light it, delaying the explosion by 1 round and allowing them to scramble across the rubble in area E11 to safety. Round 11. It's going to go on 11 rounds. The Pyronite explodes at the end of the round, killing Ramsley and blowing up the vault. All the Gilded Gunners grab as much as they can from the vault and then retreat, shooting anyone who attempts to stop them. Wow. Okay. That's a lot to consider. Oh, well, Dom, why didn't you say so? If they're vulnerable 60 to betrayal, that totally makes sense why they would die. Also, that'll make for a really good joke when the players are like, wait a minute, they died in 1 hit? And then I'll say your joke, and everyone will laugh, and they'll be like, oh, Crash is so clever and funny. Oh, mean. So thanks for that, Dom. That's good. Aftermath. If any Gilded Gunners retreated from the Steaming Kingdom, the player characters can chase the thieves, or stay behind and interrogate a defeated gunner, who, it should be assumed, was rendered unconscious rather than outright killed. Everyone has guns. Okay. If any Pyronite was detonated, the Steaming Kingdom is in tatters. Pipes gush hot water and steam, and support beams groan under new stress. Numerous guards, patrons, and staff lie dead or dying throughout the speakeasy. The duplicitous bartender is gravely wounded, his treachery making him a priority target for the guards. If healed, he reveals he was paid by the Gilded Gunners for his part in the raid. If the Gilded Gunners successfully detonate both Pyronite charges and make off the vault's contents, the party's efforts might seem foiled. As long as at least one Gilded Gunner was defeated and Ramsley still lives, she enchants or coerces the gangster to share the location of their hideout with the party so they can retrieve her fortune. The considerable riches in her vault weren't quite enough to pay off Muglin's debt to the Gilded Gunners. Of course they weren't. So he remains in captivity at the Gilded Halls until the player characters arrive. Choo-choo, hop on the train. Nothing that you do really changes anything. Super linear adventure. I love it. The Gilded Halls. Whether by following the Gilded Gunners to their hideout or teasing the information out of them. Why would they say that? The party can reach the gang's lair shortly after the attack at the Steaming Kingdom. Give the player characters an hour to recuperate as much as they can, then begin the exploration of the Gilded Gunners' hideout at Area F1. Fuck 100 ducks. This is ridiculous. Alright. So why is there a map for the smithy? Where's the smithy come into play? Alright, maybe the smithy is the top. Let's see. Wait a minute. So there's smithies in the middle of a field in the biggest city in the region? There's no other houses around? Anywhere? Let me check the map. Not trying to be a dick here, but I don't think this doesn't jive so well. Alright, let's see. Oh, by the way, I did consolidate all 3 of the maps, so let's see. The Gilded Halls. Okay, let me zoom in. Hopping into my Google satellite. Yeah, okay, that ain't gonna work. Alright, so we're gonna need to add some buildings. Let's see. Lots of art swaps, for sure. Alright, so Gilded Gunner HQ. Alright. We're going to use a different blacksmith map or add some neighboring buildings. For real. Okay. Man. Okay. So let's see. No, we're well past hidden temples. Gilded halls. Here we go. Ooh, this is cool. I like this. All right. Nope, not that. There we go. Okay. The Gilded Halls. Let's see. Sabora Sharkosa's hideout reflects her pragmatic personality, her pride in her accomplishments, and her love of gold. The walls are decorated with gold leaf accents, and each door bears an inlaid golden symbol unique to that door. Unless otherwise noted, the walls, floor, and ceiling are stone. Here are their hit points in case you want to kill them. Ceilings are 10 feet high. All areas are lit by oil lamps with bright normal light inside rooms and dim light in hallways. All doors are reinforced wood in case you want to kill them. The unique golden symbol embedded on each door is meaningless except to Sharkosa, who carved the symbols as a form of artistic expression. Good for her. What's Sharkosa look like? I'm very curious. Maybe we looked at her last week and I just don't remember. I hope she's a shark person, but I don't think she is. She's just a person. She's got shark teeth. That's kind of cool. It would have been cooler if she was a shark, though. Hold on. Female shark furry. Oh my. Okay. Why do they have boobs if they're sharks? I have a lot of questions here. Whoa. Okay. You know what? Wow. Why is the second one that comes up? Oh, geez. Okay, hold on. Female shark person. There you go. Maybe furry was what caused the issue. Okay. Ira dos Santos. She's a Marvel character, and she is a shark lady, and she's very cool. Okay. Man, just hear me out. Wouldn't Shark Girl be, like, so much cooler? Like, her name's Sharkosa, right? Like, is that weird? You know what? Here we go. Let's, make Sharkosa a shark. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's get back to work. Sorry, I mean, it's cool art, Sabora, but... Whoa! Oh! Tinted pockets. Oh, man. Hold on. God, it's fucking genius. Were shark. Wait, what? There's no were sharks in Pathfinder? That's crazy. How could there be no shark? Like no were shark. Well, we'll make her a whale shark. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Well, she's level 7. Where's a brine shark? That sounds like for babies. It's from the beginner box. Shark companion? Nah, dog. We want great white shark. Yeah. Alright, CR4. We'll make it work. Okay. So, can I not steal? Oh, you can't drag from one monster to another in Pathfinder? No. I want... Alright, hold on. This will definitely fall under the category of bonus prep, but, where shark? Exclamation mark. Sweet. Okay. Oh, there are rules for turning them into a were thing? Ah, man, I don't got time to learn all that. I just want to make it so she could bite people. Look at this. Strafing chomp. That sounds amazing. Blood scent. Imprecise. Well, I don't think sharks really have imprecise. They use electricity to perfectly home in on living creatures, but whatever. Alright, let's get back to it. Let's see. Oof, Sharkosa's engineers have a lot of false doors. Sounds fun. they have traps. They blow you up. Exploding doorknobs. Okay. God damn. Imagine you're like drunk or tired. You're in the fortress. You just open the wrong door. Just shot in the dick by the shotgun doorknob. It's a shotgun, by the way. It's a 10-foot cone. Blast outwards. God damn. Fortunately, none of these guys have low enough HP. They all have like 100 health or some shit. So they're not going to get killed by a doorknob shooting them in the dick. But it's still kind of funny to me. Like, what? I don't know. Smithy, an unassuming workshop operated during the day by Sharkosa's trusted minion, Coroli. I don't know. Jesus Christ. Let's see. How pronounce? Wait, is their name Creole? No, it's... I don't even think this is a real word. Oh well. We'll just keep going. A player character can locate the trapdoor hidden under a dusty carpet. Oof, they did a good job of hiding it. It's underneath the fucking carpet. If it's late at night, the blacksmith Creole has retired to the hideout. There is an alarm on the trapdoor. The trapdoor rings an alarm in the complex below if opened without being disarmed. DC 25 perception to notice it. Is it not locked? These doors aren't locked either? Oh my god. How confident are you? Oh man. I have so many questions. Okay. If any... Okay. Opening the trapdoor without pressing the catch sounds the alarm. If any gunners escaped, they warn their boss and raise the alarm. The rest of the text assumes the alarm was raised, but the suggestions are included for enemies' locations in case they somehow manage to sneak in. Jesus Christ, if they don't sneak in and they raise the alarm, this is Pathfinder 2. So does that mean that each room of bad guys is going to wait for the previous room of bad guys to get done fighting? Or does it mean that the whole place is going to try and kill them, like what would really happen if you stormed an assassin's guild? I'm just trying to understand. Like, I know that in Pathfinder 2, you're supposed to let them heal all the way up in between fights. But, like, how is that going to happen here? You know? Like, I don't know. Feels kind of weird. I guess we'll make it work. It's fine. Alright. Let's see. Gilded foyer. Stone wall. Symbolize the letter S. Gilded gunner assassins. Normally, Sharkosa and 3 agents welcome invited guests here, patting down visitors for concealed weapons. At other times, including now, it is unguarded since the Gilded Gunners depend on their alarms and traps to alert any serious intrusion. The trapdoor on the ceiling is marked with a C on the map. They actually just put a ladder, so that works too. Removing the gilding from the bas relief nets, 10 gold. Okay. How desperate are you for money? Chamomile. A large table with padded chairs. Sharkosa meets with prospective clients here, usually accompanied by 3 of her agents. No one is in the room at present. There is a color spray trap here. Okay. The party triggered the alarm. 2 Gilded Gunner assassins are positioned opposite the eastern door of the room. One holds their ear to the door, listening for the sound of the color spray trap. If the trap is triggered, they rush into the room and attack. Okay. Do I just spawn them in magically? Oh, they're over here? Okay. Got it. Several statues on the sideboard. I don't give a shit about treasure. Barracks. These 3 barracks can accommodate more members than the Gilded Gunners currently have. Aw. She plans to expand her guild over time. This guy, Muglin, one of the greatest criminals in the city, has apparently borrowed too much money from this wereshark lady who also mismanages her money because instead of hiring employees, she's putting gold leafing on everything. Hickory Horn Devil, that is the loose design philosophy of Pathfinder 2. I wouldn't even call it loose. I think that's pretty much how they intend it. You're kind of supposed to be able to heal back up between fights. So that's probably not how I'm gonna run it though, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Armory, hallucination, powder trap, clockwork construct in the eastern corner isn't for decoration. Oh, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's a robot, a low difficulty robot. See, I think that if it's a bunch of low encounters like this in a row, I feel like this is a trivial encounter and this is a low encounter. I'm not going to give him a chance to rest in between encounters. Like, that's crazy. Like, I think the idea is that they're building up to the fight, right? By fighting like one thing after another after another. That makes more sense to me. The traps are more difficult, I think, than any of the encounters themselves. Clockwork Gunner. Ooh, that's pretty cool. 6 common simple weapons. Got a +1 runes. Ooh, 12 golden case bullets. That's pretty cool. A golden silencer. 2 vials of liquid gold. Yeah, let's see. Lieutenant's quarters. 2 beds, a small table, and several chairs occupy this room, which appears to serve. Yeah, so like, Dom, part of why I upped it to 5 players is one, I wanted the players to be able to make pretty much any character they wanted without having to worry about filling the roles, right? Because it's such a role heavy game. But like 4 people trying to fill every role in a party feels bad. I know because we deal with that on Tuesday nights. And then having 5 players also means that you could kind of push them a little bit harder. And then if things are difficult as written, they won't be as difficult. And then I think it just gives you a bit more flexibility for adjusting encounters, you know? That's my theory. I haven't actually tried it out yet. Yeah. So let's see. Lieutenant's quarters, Sharkosa's lair. Sharkosa has remained in this chamber since dispatching her underlings to rob the steaming kingdom. That's lazy. She invited Muglin to remain here until the heist team returns. As time passes, she realizes something has gone wrong, and she grows increasingly irritated with Muglin. If some of the heist team escape to warn Sharkosa, she's prepared for an assault on her stronghold. But why? Why not just leave? Like, if you know that shit went south, aren't you worried about us getting the guards? Aren't you worried about, like, the authorities showing up? Like the shield marshals? Probably not, because the shield marshals are corrupt and they're in on it too. Let's see. Sharkosa greets the player characters cordially, introduces herself as the leader of the Gilded Gunners, introduces Muglin as her one-time partner, a phrase that makes Muglin go pale. Sharkosa tries to mitigate any further damage to her gang, offering to negotiate with the party rather than fight. While negotiating, Sharkosa invites the player characters to sit and offers them refreshments. Okay, I like her. She gives word that no violence will occur during negotiations, and resorts to force only if the characters instigate a fight. See Event 15, Sharkosa's Deal, on page 63 for the full details of the confrontation, along with the enemy stat blocks. Training hall, more traps, prison, vault. Only Sharkosa has the key to the vault. That's good. Apparently it's pretty easy to open though. 4 successful DC 15 thievery checks. So hard to do during combat, but not impossible. There's a decent amount of stuff in there, but not too much stuff. All these people that are obsessed with money don't really have a lot of money. I guess it's all liquid assets or whatever. the forge, the blacksmith, Corioli. Corioli. Oh, it's a gnome. God damn it. He has no interest in fighting for the Gilded Gunners or anyone else. He just wants to practice his craft. Aw, buddy. Him like putting gold on weapons. Sure does. Sharkosa's deal. For Sharkosa, there's little in the world more valuable than gold, and Muglin owes her a lot of it. She sees the party as an annoyance, but also as an opportunity to get what she wants. When the player characters meet her, likely in Area F7, she greets them cordially and asks like a striking deal. A reasonable woman that's had shotgun doorknobs shoot you in the dick and had a bunch of her people die trying to stop you, but I'm a reasonable woman. The leather-clad gang leader coos. I have no qualms with you, personally. In fact, I understand you and I might share a common goal. But we have matters to resolve with this man right here. Now, my affairs with Mrs. Muglin are purely financial. He owes me gold, and well, I love gold, you see, so I want him to pay up. Because of your actions at the Steaming Kingdom, he wasn't able to give me the gold he owes. Now, I don't necessarily blame you for that, but you see that you are here at least somewhat culpable for our current predicament. With that in mind, I'd like to offer a compromise. You pay me what Mr. Muglin owes me, I give you Mr. Muglin. As I said, I really only want the gold. Once I have my gold, I have no need for Muglin. His debt is so substantial, though, that I'm afraid you might not be able to afford it. I won't accept anything less than pure gold coin, you see. If that's the case, I have another proposal. You pay me just part of what Mr. Muglin owes me, and I agree to duel you for the honor of deciding his fate. What the fuck? Muglin owes her 500 gold, lol. But the gang leader is willing to accept 200 if the player characters agree to fight with her and one of her lieutenants. If the party has significantly less or more wealth than the typical 7th level characters, adjust these amounts. The higher sum should be just attainable or just out of reach, whereas the lower sum should sting but be doable. There are 3 likely outcomes with the deal. If your player characters do something unexpected, use these outcomes as a guideline. If they pay her the money, the big money, she bows politely, steps aside, gestures towards Muglin. He's yours to do with as you wish. The party effectively skips the encounter and proceeds immediately to Muglin makes his move. If the characters pay her 200 and agree to a duel, she and her crew escort the party to the training hall, where she explains the party must pick 2 of their own to fight her and her Lieutenant Hansen, who hopefully is still alive. The pair starts on opposite ends of the hall, decided by a coin toss. Use the rules for dueling, that sounds fun, from the Game Master's Guide, to resolve this encounter, or run it as a traditional combat encounter. If the player characters win the duel, award each character in the party 80 XP. I don't do 6B. Sharkosa is true to her word, and would give Muglin to the party, but on the last round of the duel, Muglin signals for Drella to throw him his gun, and the duel turns into Muglin makes his move. If the characters opt to pay Sharkosa nothing, she gives a tisk-tisk of disappointment before snapping her fingers. Sharkosa, Hansen, and the other 3 Guild Gunners attack the characters. Meanwhile, Muglin and Drella use this opportunity to flee the Gilded Halls. Effectively, Event 16, Muglin makes his moves, occurs simultaneously with this event. I see. The fight with Sharkosa and Shrew is a severe threat encounter for 7th level characters. It's also risky because Muglin might slip away from their grasp. Go easy on your players, lol. If they try to attack, try this attack and chaos ensues. If the characters chase Muglin, for instance, Sharkosa might agree to a temporary truce until the dastardly mogul and her treacherous lieutenant are dealt with. Perhaps Muglin or Drella become pinned by the portcullis trap in Area 9 or are otherwise slowed, giving the players time to deal with Sharkosa and the rest before giving chase to Muglin and Drella. Woof. Let's see. Muglin makes his move. Sounds like a kid's book. Never one to leave things to chance. Muglin engineered a backup plan in case he couldn't pay his debts to Sharkosa. Before he hired the Gilded Gunners, the Dream Assassins, the Demon Assassins, the Eyeball Dudes, his own bastard son, we added that part in, and all these other assholes, and the other 2 assassins on the airship, before he spent the money on all of that, he co-opted one of Sharkosa's lieutenants, Drella, with promises of power and riches. Drella is apparently really into hairy halfling men, because they were like, sounds good. As soon as the mogul whistles, Drella tosses Muglin his magic dueling pistol. The two of them then engage the player characters in combat, alternately attacking and fleeing through the Gilded Halls. Oh man, my throat is dying. As for her traitorous Lieutenant Drella, should he survive, oh, he's into hairy halfling men. Sharkosa's punishment will be swift and lethal. She turns to a shark and she bites off his head. Let's see, Drella, male human gang leader, blah blah blah. Muglin's deal. Muglin begins combat with every intention of destroying the player characters. His mood shifts, however, if he's reduced to 40 or less hit points, or Drella falls unconscious. At this point, he drops his pistol and surrenders, hoping to strike a final deal with the party. What? It's at this point, it's entirely up to the party if they want to do anything. If they accept his offer and let him live, even for just a moment, he gives them some important information that will lead the party to the final adventure of the Outlaws of Alkenstar path, the Smoking Gun. It's also fine if the players kill Muglin before he can reveal these details. Impressed by the character's ruthlessness, Sharkosa is happy to share the following information. If the party kills both Sharkosa and Muglin before either of them can give them any details, Dunsmith tracks down the information because, damn it, we want you to buy this third book. Following are the most important points. Muglin's support among the Shield Marshals is absolute. If the party turns him over to law enforcement, he'll walk free, and the characters who are still wanted outlaws, thanks to him, will be thrown in prison. Muglin's strongest ally from the beginning of the Pyronite scheme is a high-ranking Shield Marshal named Angelique Lovelace, who's an elf and a hag. Muglin has already delivered the Pyronite formula to his partner, Deputy Lovelace, who arranged to sell it to two buyers. According to Muglin, Lovelace should arrive any day now with the money to get him out of the Gilded Halls. The two buyers are Wizrobes, a necromancer from Geb named Parsis, and a geomancer from Nex named Ebrium. At first, Muglin thought they were separate clients, but now he thinks they might be working together. For defeating Muglin and learning about his Pyronite buyers, award each player 80 XP. Having achieved their revenge against Muglin and learned Lovelace already sold the Pyronite formula to two buyers, the party can return to the Barrel and Bullet Saloon to give Dunsmith their full report. Blah, blah, blah. If he was telling the truth. And then information on the desert. And then... what is this guy? Oh, more stuff we could do. Mana Storm effects. Mana Storms, Gazetteer. Cool. Yellow Silt Curse. Okay. So these are like additional encounters that we could throw in there if we wanted to. Well, that's kind of neat. Oh, wow. That Zorn is wild looking. Okay. Oh, what? Why didn't we use that art for the Clockwork Sphinx? That looks amazing. And then we got all the stuff. The Pyronites, the Alchemical Fuse. I don't think that this Pyronite is all that strong. It's 3d6 fire, 3d6 bludgeoning. I'm not really feeling it. Like, if multiple sticks of Pyronite detonate at the end of your turn, you can increase the area but not the damage of its effect. I mean, why not? I don't know. Maybe the next book they get a hold of a lot of Pyronite and they don't want the players to have it, but I feel like if we're that afraid of Pyronite, it needs to be a little bit stronger than that. Yikes. Alright, Clockwork. More Clockwork. Oh, that dude's dope as hell. Officials in Alkenstar regularly refuse to recognize claims purchased by Dalums. What is a Dalum? Why has it got a goat head? What the fuck? Why is that? That Smog Giant? I don't remember there being a Smog Giant in this adventure. Where do I get the Smog Giant from? Okay. Mana Waste Mutants. What? Where were these guys? Why is it just Mutant Desert Drake? Why are there just random monsters in here? The mana wastes are notorious for production of mutants, but strange energies of the Spellscar Desert are far from the only things that can transform the creature to mutant. Man, I don't remember any of these monsters. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Mutant Desert Drake. I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that shit. Mutant Desert. Why would you put these cool ass monsters back here and not put them in the adventure? I remember the Mousers. Alright, we got the backstory from Mugland. Aw, that's some good art. It looks really cool. Alright, and we got Sharkosa's background. It's pretty cool. Alright. Damn. Oof. Wow. There you go. 3 hours and 45 minutes of prep, and we only finished book 2. Fuck. Alright. So, tomorrow night we got Pathfinder Abomination Vaults, Cyberpunk Red. Wednesday night we're going to play some Sea of Thieves, trying to do some reaping as reapers. Thursday we got Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday and Saturday, Baldur's Gate 3 4-player co-op marathon. Sunday we got Curse of Strahd Daybreak. Sunday night we got Mythic Odyssey. Monday we'll be back here to do 4 more hours of prep. Likely my goal this week is to read ahead of time the adventure, book 3, and if I have time, go back through my to-do list and get rid of a lot of these to-do list items, like, you know, adding maps that we're missing and things like that. Because again, going up to the top to our schedule, you can see that ideally next Tuesday, August 8th, we want to be able to clone these servers. So I really, for real, want to get as much prep done as possible, because once I clone the servers, anytime I'll make a change to one world, I'm going to have to make it to 2 worlds, and that's a real pain in the ass. So I'd like to have everything prepped up front, including like extra maps that we might need, extra things like that. You know, occasionally adding like an NPC here and there, not a big deal, but major changes, like the airship backgrounds being bigger to accommodate like more fighting and stuff like that. I'd like to have that stuff done in advance. Whew. All right. So, hope everybody has a good night, and I will see you next time.